space. Newton, he's the straw. Hands a brick. Love the way these teams are defending. Stewart. They wrap it around. Newton. Cam Spencer fighting for the rebound. He had it. Teardrop again, and it's good. Oh, so good. Iguodala. He's got 6. Big time jumper. Shot clock turned off. Game clock at 10. Tristen Newton. Newton. Step back. And hits. Movement. Outlet pass. Newton. Finds it. Gets there. Short. Rebound. Off the rim.
Young men to play. And even sometimes when coaches have gotten over-aggressive, understanding the gravity of the moment and not penalizing too much.
Tristen Newton, a brick. Rebounded Jop. Up top, Newton. Another rebound for Klingen. Number 13, Newton. This Connecticut fan base ready to explode. Long rebound. Stewart, baseline, step 5. Over the last month of the season, they've been a sensational second half team. Newton clutches the purse, gets to the hole. The laws played hoops at USC. Then in the pros overseas, his uncle, Roderick, his twin brother, played at USC in Kansas. And a foul coming up, fouling.
Big time Big East basketball, Gus.
In the 2 losses this season, St. John's has led UConn going into halftime. Here's Newton. First shot of the game, no. Ledlam, the Harvard transfer, who put from the field. 7 to shoot. Newton. Pure. Newton's lead Connecticut up just a little bit. Newton, pick and roll, drives to the hole, right-hand floater counter.
If you want to speed him up, but also you got to communicate early. That time, that little dribble hand up. Understanding the passion of both.
Newton, big jumper, and good. This kid, Tristen Newton, folks. Rebound, Newton. His 3rd rebound, turns the corner, gets to the cup. How simple can it get? Newton's lost.
Calm his players down in that last huddle. He said, let's get the emotions under control. It's good. We were revved up a little bit, but now I need us to show our composure.
That ball deflected out, picked up. Here's Dunlap.
Zone defense here.
5 to shoot. Newton pulls up. Rebounded on the baseline by Jalen Stewart. Breaks out. Newton sets his puppy and hits. 40 to 32. You know what? People used to say that to me all the time.
He came in, transfer from JUCO, beautiful backdoor cut. And that movement, it lulls you to sleep because Tristen Newton will come and be able to knock in and cash in on the offensive end. You cut into this lead. There's one right there for St. John's.
He's got 4 triple-doubles in his career. Couple this season. Goes up. Spencer with the offensive rebound.
A number of people thought maybe Kim English, possibly Seton Hall's head coach, has done such a great job. Shaw just did a remarkable job.
Yeah, but when you go 18-2,
yeah,
looking at with this substitution, he didn't like the body language from his starting 5, and now he input some energy, and Tristen Newton immediately is able to get to the basket.
Just plan on hanging around today.
Get off to a good start. You see the ball go in early. Trust me, your confidence level will be high. Speaking of high, excellent dribble handoff play. And this one thing.
Stewart, the kid from Seattle, off the heel, and yet another offensive rebound. Newton pumps again. The iron unkind, and it's pulled down. And clears. Oh, what a crossover by Newton. Loose ball again, and they are getting their offensive rebounds.
Deep shot inside.
Now you can bet Claude knows that he's been scoreless in the last 12 minutes. And here's a run out. Newton off the block shot. A quick bucket. Well aware that Claude was going to shoot first time he touched it. And they blocked it and got that quick outlet. Newton in traffic. He forced that one, and Usman did a great job of staying put. Olivari trying to reach in and get the pilfer, but Spencer off the curl. Oh, Newton! A flying Walinda in the lane.
Able to get some stops and then cut into this, and that's a tough pass inside to Klingon.
And a deep ball from Newton. Came over from East Carolina. He affected that shot defensively.
Yeah, that's the second one Claude has got to his right hand, but not able to finish.
Quick look by Newton.
Working him out before the game on his footwork.
And a former teammate, we were both together in Miami. He's dedicated his time to improving and being there for his son. It's paid off.
Great start.
It's inside by Devin Carter early in this game.
7 points for Carter already. Newton, mid-range. That one rims up. Devin Carter with the rebound. Carter
Break. If I'm rolling, I don't want to come out.
Spencer the other way, head up. Cross court, Newton steps into a three. Carter with another rebound. His fourth. Stefan. Newton for three. A body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest.
Excitement and the energy of Providence because of senior night. You as an opposing team have to kind of match that.
Whoa, what a block. Carter. Here comes Joe Tate. Jam went two. And Klingon on the season, he averages 12 points per game. He has 2 right now. Newton answers with the triple of his own. And the largest lead, Caravan can't hold on. Squirts out. Diarra. Baseline. Newton pumps and banks it down. Newton. Motion. Newton. Off the front, and Samson Johnson there for the follow. Providence
came in. Seton Hall. Georgetown one year when they came in.
Newton three. Diarra offensive.
Another opportunity that Barron cashed in on because the tempo was up on that possession.
Newton off balance. Officials doing a terrific job. Meanwhile, Providence off the mark. UConn just really putting it on him now. Here's Newton. Gets his own rebound, deflected out of bounds.
That's your man when they needed him most.
Newton, pull-up jumper. 17.
Impressive Kessel. Making threes now. We know he can drive, and a terrific defender.
Tristen Newton buries a three, his 49th of the year, and he's been hot.
The game, I think.
Yeah, there's Spencer had a notion, didn't take the three. Newton, a hard drive into Mitchell, a great defender, and he's got 5 in a row.
That shows you what Newton can do. Beat you in so many areas.
This is 18,005 on 5. Newton misses. Rebound, Caravan.
Newton's the one guy. Caravan's going to get some looks. He's got to keep busy now. You see a lot more dribble driving because there's nobody clogging things up just like that.
I mean, Tristen Newton just barreling into the lane. He's got 7.
Numbers, too. Caravan out. Nice help. What a reaction by Ross.
They know somebody's open. It's to the corner from Spencer, and all cord for Newton.
That's 2 passes by Spencer.
Spencer
nice
just lost Ross. Pass after pass. It's a 3 for Newton. No, Spencer the rebound.
It's unbelievable.
Newton reload.
Can't give them extra opportunities. Dodge it that time.
Away live ball nearly picked back up by Castle. Greco-Roman Big East basketball. Newton down the lane. It trickled off. Klingon the follow on the doorstep. No, sir.
After the media timeout, under 4. He knows when to go. He knows when to go.
Caravan swiped at it. He's got it against Iguodala.
Up a lot of cutting areas for people.
Feed it. Klingon. Diagonal. Newton lines it up. Off the heel. Rebounded by Bediako. What an addition Bediako was. Boards. They've turned that into 8 points.
Nice diagonal look.
Jumper. Newton. No good. Rebound is snagged there by Richmond.
Big time.
They stay at home. Some help. Tough look. Off the ricochet. Controlled by Castle. Newton, the jumper.
No hand up by Richmond.
Turnover. Scooped up by Spencer.
Tried to cup it in traffic.
Feed it. Newton. Side rim.
The other way should be. They're staying here on the check-in. Player of the year, his senior year in the Big East.
The steal by Newton. Newton Euros to the rim. Slam down. It's Slamson Johnson.
And not recovering. Got to get some stops here.
That is 4 blocks now for Klingon.
Guys come through the lane wide open, though. Newton gets it.
Got him. Newton from downtown.
Center of activity is Klingon. He screens, rescreens, then he rolls.
Spencer forced to give it up. Newton cans it from the outside. It's a downtown hit for Tristen Newton.
Always looking at Caravan run the floor. What a find by Newton.
Here's Diarra. Newton gets an open look. Bottom. Wow.
Good things happen. About the Hurley family before the dad's defense in high school was just amazing. They could shut people out, and that's how it started here. Defense and rebounding. Boy, if they complemented.
Force him to play in retreat mode, and that's on excellent footwork, as we know from Villanova.
Newton 3. Short. Loose ball. Rebound by Castle. They swing it. Newton reloads. Way short. Klingon inside. Rebound and stick back. Big white line. 8 to shoot for Newton. Caravan. Back to Newton. Pumps. Looks. Leans in. Double pumps. Tristen Newton at 26%. Newton trying to create. 6 to shoot. Down the lane. On the wheel. Fade away. Short. Moore with the rebound. Here comes Spencer.
Armstrong hesitated on the first shot, guys.
Newton pure. Tristen Newton so smooth. So relaxing. Newton. Step back. Mid-range. Pure. Tristen Newton.
Had the look.
Dixon is 3 of 13 from the field. Turnaround jump shot. Newton off the front rim. Armstrong in and out dribble with the 2-hand rebound. Spencer the other way. The kick. Newton downtown. Newton. Newton, quick release. Off the back rim, no. Looking for double digits. He's minus 200, meaning you have to bet $200 to get 100 about him getting a triple-double. No call on the play. With 232.
599 wins, looking for win number 600. What a way to get it tonight.
Amazing. The master of the offensive game and the master of the floater right there with his own follow.
Tristen Newton, the only
Terrific defender as well.
Newton in the corner to Castle. The freshman will whip it right back to Newton for a 3. That's short. Rebound.
Nice job by Milton defensively and talk. Under 10, one of the few times.
Newton probing, fades away. Over Brenner. What a shot.
Kid has talent. They all bite you with this team. You just rely on your talent.
There's no way you can scout for everything he runs.
No.
Newton.
Not that kind of play there either. He makes the game easier.
Broken hand
but has worked his way into the lineup more.
Played a little bit with Providence, a couple offensive rebounds. Look at this hold off.
Balance, can't get it. Rebound loose. Diarra finds it underneath, and the ball.
This is where he is good. Screen, rescreen, and then beg.
Step back, Newton.
Arabella
with a good box out.
Solid.
With 16 by himself.
This is the end I've been impressed with. He makes it, but that's a tough shot with a challenge.
Stop the 8-0 Creighton run.
Recovery, too. Use the flare screen, and right there, a nice help by Alexander.
Newton left open with that help, and the rebound inside for Klingon, blocked by Kalkbrenner. Klingon goes.
See, he's had a super year. His activity, nice little pin and curl.
Here's Newton. Can't get that one to fall.
Nice.
You notice Klingon backing off with that second foul.
Well,
he's in two in Omaha.
Well, they're going under at the right time, going over the top.
Newton trying to answer, cannot. Battle for the rebound. Alexander wins tonight.
Thus far, they're doing it without him.
Newton driving, count it, and the foul. Tristen Newton to the line. They're a chance at a three-point play.
Nope.
Plenty of time for UConn. Can they string a run together? Newton will try. Gets inside. Doesn't get the bounce, but there's Klingon for the putback.
Good shot. Klingon's that three-point shot to complement that mid-game.
Here's Newton around the screen, using that screen from Johnson to get a good look.
Arabella got low, didn't tag the guy, went under. Once again, really not going through their action with efficiency.
Newton off the shot fake, spins
so
on
good.
Farabello. And a blocking foul, count the bucket, and a chance for one more at the line.
How about that? Darman's got to keep busy.
Newton was looking over his shoulder for Alexander. He's got 21.
He is so good in that lane. You saw today. Oh, nice pin and the lefty stroke.
Newton looking for the answer. He's got it. And the foul. Wow.
Newton, face guard.
Finally got it to him. Newton around the Klingon screen. Fades away.
Look at
he cannot be stopped right now. 27 for Tristen Newton.
Incredible. Busy. Screen, get a bump.
He'll underhand it to Newton, who will launch from way downtown, and the rebound to Kalkbrenner.
May have been a little bit of a settle. A little bit now. There's the duck in.
He's going to work against Alexander, who backed off with those 4 fouls, and the rebound. Kalkbrenner has it, and there's a foul. Despite not hitting a field goal in almost 3.5 minutes. Deep three for Karaban. And the rebound to Newton. He'll back up for 3. That won't go. Shireman with the rebound and a foul on Castle.
Sends it out to the three-point line. Look at that work defensively by Castle. On the tap out. Spencer going for it. Pulled away by Tristen Newton. And he'll pump it. Diarra the long rebound. Lost it. Klingon tried to sit. Diarra up against the clock. Look at that work by Karaban. Newton. He is in the column now.
They're really good on the ball defensively. They help each other. You can't dribble into them.
Oh, what a pass! Dropping dimes. Diarra. Not too typical finish.
Kolek really struggling. UConn's done a nice job against him defensively. Just about what he's done coming into this game. The offensive glass, though, really a backbreaker.
Yeah.
UConn.
Let's go Huskies already underway to open the second. Newton against the clock. Look at them fighting for those loose balls.
They're 12-1.
Yeah, much harder to guard.
Yeah.
Great work by Kolek. Trying to tie him up. Newton. Klingon. You're not going to get the flop call, that's for sure. It did graze the rim. Connecticut does hold on to it. And Newton knows what to do with it.
Just
18-4. And another turnover by Jones. Newton wide open. Timeout, Marquette.
Listen, the top 16 seeds so far to you. It's on Saturday, 12:30 Eastern. Here's Newton with the left scoop. Klingon with the rebound, and he's fouled, I think, before the put.
Undersized, but he gives a terrific effort defensively, and then he's maybe the only Blue Demon who can really create offense for others.
Newton missed the shot. Rebound there by Castle.
To close out and be in a defensive stance, you can't lunge at an offensive player like that. You're putting yourself in position for a foul.
Newton straight down. Michigan. And with the left hand, misses. Spencer rebound. UConn's been able to get out and run some. Drop for Newton. And miss. Put back. That's something. Tristen Newton. A little extra effort. Diarra kicks. This is Stewart. Look at Newton, another offensive rebound. A tip. He's their best three-point shooter.
Yeah, 50% from beyond the line in Big East Conference play.
And an answer from Newton. And the second one, I believe, was at New Mexico State. And after that game, he said, we need to get better offensively. In this sport, in this day and age.
Go and the rebound, Samson Johnson.
Well, you like the fact that Georgetown got a shot by somebody different than Epps, but as you see Newton, we talked about him in the open.
Creating offense, we've seen Cam Spencer, Hassan Diarra.
Yes.
Of course, Tristen Newton. Newton for three. And the rebound, Brumbaugh. Call him the best backup center in college basketball.
Well, he comes in and does his job to a T. Blocks shots, brings energy, uses his length defensively, and he's always available on the pick.
And then really an obstacle out here with his screens, releases.
Tristen Newton misses for three. The first really early shot for UConn.
Little drop coverage now is going to give you some shots like this.
A lot of contact. Newton didn't get a whistle. This is a let him play first. Not trying to fend off Butler.
Jeep 4xE lets you choose your adventure. Choose electric mode.
Up fast break baskets, though. Look at how solid they are.
That's one of those long rebounds that
Nice
could have
cut
been.
by Newton and a fine. Ooh, good look by Kessel. Rhythm or speed of the cuts.
That's a hard cut down the lane. Newton missed.
They're losing their zip a little bit. Butler making them stretch out the tonight's denial here.
To create some energy in the first make tonight for Newton.
And they extend it. True screens, keep active. Empty side. Now they can really drop defense now.
Newton.
Wow, he's been quiet too.
Followed his own shot.
Prior to that, he was 1 for 6. Overload one way.
Oh, Klingon just discarded Bizjack. Newton couldn't finish, and over the top on a bounds. It's off of Newton.
Conrad's got what he wants in the box there with Davis.
Davis really wrestling with him down there.
And he's got the inside offensive position, but pretty good counter. Caravan was wide open, too, on that double.
Great job by Davis, sticking to Newton,
This
who
is what
drives.
But he made that. And why not Klingon at the rim?
On that pick and roll with Joel Soriano, because of a little drop coverage, you go under, that shot is going to be open for Janis Jenkins right there at the top. He recognized it and was able to knock it in early.
Newton with the ball fake, gets the late pick, knows what to do with that teardrop, but credit Klingon for St. John's. After a 12-2 spurt for the Huskies. Newton up against the clock, another offensive rebound for UConn, and foul shooting fest, and we're likely to see a number of free throws. Right now, UConn has the edge. Newton. Lewis comes down with it.
Well, I mean,
too strong. Klingon clears. Just one field goal for the Huskies in the last 6. Make it 2 on a run out by Tristen Newton.
Yeah, and actually missed those 2.
On a straight line drive, Soriano pinned it on the board. Count the basket. Michael across the river. Newton again, high off the window. Out of bounds to the Johnnies.
Well, let's go back to the pick and roll with Tristen Newton. He wants to get...
Newton trying to work pick and roll with Johnson. Good defense by the Johnnies there, and the tap out goes to Lewis. 3-on-2. That's what he does for you. Newton, straight line drive, counted and a foul. Hurley is loving it. So finds it. Beautiful pass to Diarra. Out to Newton for the tray. Soriano clears.
Finish, but when you're not in sync, even the simplest play seems like impossible to complete.
Newton, not this time, and Lidlam clears. Diarra has just checked in. Newton running the curl. He's been unreal this year. That one goes crying off the front iron. Cleared by Oduro, trying to get a cheapie. You could argue that Newton has been one of those guys for Connecticut. A definite player of the year candidate in my view. That one goes short again, and here's Carter corralling it again. Their defense has been
within themselves already.
Newton with a nice pump fake. Takes it in, count it, and a foul. Off the front iron. Now, Providence, 8 field goals, all 8 in the paint. Newton for 3. The iron unkind, and it's hauled down by Ticket Gaines.
And those are shots. And Devin Carter attracts so much attention. You have to respect his drive, but guys have to be ready with their hands up, ready to shoot it.
Newton, a little mano-a-mano between those two guards. Castle has to give it up. Only 2 on the clock. Newton's got to pump it. And that's an over-the-back foul by Caravan.
It is.
It's Connecticut because Samson Johnson's technical is his 3rd overall. I mean, that's 3 fouls on him to go along with Klingon sitting with 4. Ticket game comfortable. Yeah, again, too much dribbling by Dual and a pilfer. Newton with numbers. What a defensive play. Inside by Pierre. Out. Newton being checked by Floyd. All the way, he found it. And one as Floyd picks it up.
The impact that Klingon brings to this team, and he's just a threat to block everything and alter shots.
Tristen Newton with a runner. Big East Player of the Week.
I just don't think Tristen Newton gets enough credit now.
Skeetus and Mishka.
And again, Klingon closing out. The length, the size, the ability to affect those shots.
Newton. Spot up 3 wouldn't go. The rebound, Usman.
Piece of his offense along with Claude in the backcourt.
20 points against Creighton for McKnight. Newton on the blow by, met with resistance, and it rolls off the rim. And Miksha getting a piece. Rebound. And when they said, how many of you know somebody affected? And the entire building seemed to raise their flashlights. This drops for Newton. And UConn continuing into the lane, pickpocket. And here come the Huskies with numbers. Solo ball for Caravan. Extra pass, Newton. Yes!
And right now, they're putting on it.
Digits. And we're past the midway point of the half. This has been a clinic on both ends by the Huskies. As Newton adds to the total, and Sean Miller calls timeout. Spot up 3. Off the heel of the rim, pops right back to Claude, but he couldn't get it. And now Newton in transition. Rain announced. They have a couple losses like that back at home to Oakland, Delaware. Newton launches a 3, comes up short. Johnson, and over the back. Newton, a 3. The space created from the Klingon screen.
He's a great screener. I call that.
Newton. Tough one.
That's a pro move right there. The footwork and the ability to...
Second stint at Xavier. Lost him.
That's just great execution and a great cut by...
Newton the three. Short, Spencer pops the rebound up. Klingon will bring it down. Zip pass inside of it.
It was just fun strolling down memory lane, reliving old stories, really getting solidified also too where everybody's at now in life, hearing about all our kids and wives and see how everybody's...
That year, is there any moment that stands out from that season?
Well,
either from a teammate,
or even what was he like to play for?
Yeah. The first Villanova basket have decided they're just going to sit anyway. 3.5 minutes without Newton way downtown, an 11-0 run for the Huskies to begin the night. Well, it took them a while to sit down for the first basket. They're back on their feet as Villanova has climbed back to within 3. They have a chance to tie here. UConn, no 13 from the floor coming in tonight. The runner goes for Newton and the foul. And that'll sit them back down momentarily here in Philadelphia, bothering them. Newton again, 2 to shoot. A 3 ball, skips off the rim, more of the rebound. What a turnaround, especially on the defensive end. Newton has been the Huskies' best scorer so far. Can't hit there. They're like a different team since that allows now. Little matchup zone right now. Newton on the blow by. And he's rejected inside. Recognized that matchup zone pretty quickly just then. Come the Huskies in transition. Newton on the take, right of the lane, slicing across and laying it in. Yeah, that's that hesitation that he has that's so beautiful. Around the horn, not much going towards the basket. Now you're down to 3 seconds. Newton a deep 3. No, Castle. Hustle play to get the rebound, and he's set to the big. Spencer with Newton also in double figures, and he adds to his total, swirling at a 3. Not afraid to take it. Yeah, the visual is just enough, to your point, Alex, to make sure that I look at him and I'm going to not challenge him. Wow, Newton! Heat check. And UConn extends the lead to 9. And now a key moment here for Villanova defensively, with UConn out in front by 9. Oh boy. Newton again. No. Heat check on that one. They're able to pass the ball, set people up. That allows Newton float one from the free throw line. He gets his own miss and knocks it down. A pair of floaters just then, one going and floating towards the basket, the other the separation and the float away. And when you shoot that one, Newton, so they're switching everything again. They're trying to get that switch. Winds up leaving Castle alone in the corner. 2 to shoot, late pass. Newton short on the 3. Dixon the rebound. And the Wildcat Klingon couldn't find him. Look at the activity on the perimeter by Villanova right now with the switches. Great. Newton behind the back. The runner got it. I'm not sure he wanted to go behind the back initially there, but they find it to him. Got to get it to him somehow there, don't you? Klingon was begging for the ball. Spencer on the drive. Late dish. And there's Newton. That's a beautiful cut. That was the mismatch. Just looking to extend the margin. Here is Spencer. They got to hurry, though. Newton from way outside. Off the mark. The rebound for Moore. On.
Runner caught peeking a little bit. Another one of those guys that gets in the lane. Got a great floater game. Runs the show beautifully for the Huskies. Speed and quickness, shot blocking. Different set once Klingon comes in.
Is just an ultra presence for this team.
Solid. Does so much at this end of the floor, too.
Newton breaks the three-point drop. Castle.
Newton. Little late challenge.
into the game.
Big screen for a little floater. Pretty. Just all because of a solid setup on the short. Need some stops if you're Creighton. But not a good one.
Saved by Diarra.
But
Newton.
well, they are living on that little undercut here by Newton. But they were just getting to that biggie.
More Kamani Young joining Murray. It's down to 10 here for Newton. Tristen Newton can't reverse it. Clinging back in. Here's Newton. Gets his own miss. Tristen Newton.
Now this is the time of the game where you're
Newton, Diarra, and Klingon with him for UConn. Shot clock at 10. Newton is short.
Look at this hustle for the ball, though. Again.
16 offensive rebounds.
There you go.
Shireman. Caravan. No reservations at his cafe. Newton. Diarra.
Another offensive rebound, though.
Green fell down. No call. Newton sticks it in.
Nothing going.
An offensive, but Newton
nice steal.
right back.
And look at the numbers here. Watch the lob.
Newton. Good defense by Ashworth.
3 off the mark from Jaden Epps.
That's the one guy who's got to get it going, and he can fill it up. He's got to get into his groove here.
Newton too strong on the other end. Georgetown with the rebound. La Jolla's high off the window. No. Ran into his own man. Quick transition. Newton up court. One-on-one with Epps. Goes up and scores.
Tristen Newton does such a nice job. They haven't had success the last few years in terms of wins, but we like to see guys stick around, the good ones.
6 to shoot. Newton a fadeaway 3, no. Rebound for Ismail Massoud.
Full court, half court. So this team is built, UConn, to withstand a lot of these lows, if you will.
Newton had too much time. There's a rebound for Cook. It's coming close.
Hurley's more focused on what they need to do defensively in all 5 spots than just zeroing in on one guy.
And one for Newton. And that's got caught defensively on the other end.
Difference, great job by Georgetown understanding no shot blocker. We got to take advantage.
Got Heath up in the air. Newton way off from 3. Rebound tracked down by Epps. Wow.
How about that?
Huskies quick in transition. Newton blocked. And this will go back to UConn. Newton just trying to lull Cook to sleep. Goes behind the back against Heath. Newton. No. Rebound popped out to the waiting hands of Massoud. Come La Jolla's in transit. Taking it side of 10 on the time. Newton. As he fades away from 3. Comes up short. Rebound Stewart.
Boy, now those little battles.
Newton attacking. Right in the lane. Bodied up. Lost the handle. 2 on the shot clock as the Huskies opponent, except for UConn.
Look, they've shown it again. Undefeated at home.
Can join St. John's and Seton Hall in first place at the end of the night. We'll send you up to Connecticut for the Huskies and Xavier.
Welcome those of you that were just watching St. John's at the Garden. Alex Caravan fires another. Newton had some clearance. Newton ran into a wall. Xavier pushing tempo. The torture chamber at Xavier. Castle got shut down by Usman. Now a 3 off the heel. Usman on the rebound. Defensively. Newton really struggling. And that's a foul with 2. Newton tries his hand at a three. No good. Oliveri with the rebound. Still plenty of time. Djokovic finds the corner. Diarra kicks. It's deflected. Caravan's got it. Caravan's got to go. Newton got it up. Couldn't hit the shot. Djokovic clears the rebound.
Late challenge by Cam Spencer. 12 in blue altered that shot.
Newton dials up a three and hits it. UConn's got the lead again.
Tristen Newton just
taking just 12 threes on the season. Now Newton on the other end hits another. Back-to-back trays for Newton. He's taking just one shot in the second half, and it's a turnover. Newton spinning around with the left hand. Newton having a whale of a second half.
8 points. See, I think Stephon Castle can drive Uzman.
Newton, deep three, rims in and out. Claude secures the rebound. Down that attempt by Spencer. 8 to shoot for Newton. Newton, step back jumper inside the three-point line. No good. Diarra flying in for 2 more. 11 seconds.
They've not been able to do any of that over the last 5 minutes of this game.
Newton bleeding that clock down. His jumper pulled in by Nemiksha on the rebound.
He can break your heart with his jump shooting. There's Newton late in the clock. Down to 3 seconds. Banging inside. Not here. And the rebound for Thomas. We'll poke out for one of the best in the Big East at doing that, but UConn gets it right back after Alexander had hands on. Newton short follow. Goes down for Caravan.
Yeah, Bob and Blue has Telford Gardner. They can go back to it if they want.
And Newton takes the contact. That counts and the foul. Talking about you can play for an illegal streak. Not exactly what he drew up, but they did get the offensive foul. Newton can't cash in. Onto the lead down on this end. Spencer fell down. Newton says, I got this, and jags in a 3.
How clever.
Shot clock still on. Telford switches. Newton short. Battle for the loose board, and the first half. Newton getting guys organized. Takes it himself. A little heavy on it. Rebound for Brooks.
Yeah, that's a bad shot in the settle. He's got to get.
Newton working with Johnson. Got the big on him. And there was contact there, falling away. And Caravan saves it. And now the night where he's hit at a high rate, but Castle fighting to get that offensive rebound. Newton triple. Spencer another loose ball. 2 big plays, back-to-back trips for Castle. Newton, way off. Diarra follows, and he's banged out. A big feeling shifter on that shot. UConn had taken their biggest lead of the half. And then Newton with one right back from 2.
Able to put a shot.
They have not played a close game in the Big East. Won by 10 plus every time. Air ball Newton.
Caravan with the offensive rebound. Here's Tristen Newton. And DePaul holding UConn scoreless for the opening.
Foot of bounds unders, offensive sets. Second to none in the country.
Newton a bit out of control. DePaul with numbers.
Had 10 rebounds in a game this entire season. Except Tristen Newton. Unheard of.
Short on the 3.
What I love is this UConn team has 15.
Barkley. Well, Charles Barkley, a different animal. Don't do that. I love Ludlam, but don't do that. But he plays with a level of heart that's unmatched, and that's why he's able to compete. And they miss up.
His father, Dana Bangle, played at UMass for John Calipari. Connecticut the other way. Oh, that head up and in. Newton showing his versatility. Newton into the front court. Hits the brakes. Drives again. Floater deflected. It looks like Ejiofor got a hand on it. 6 to shoot. Newton's got to hurry. 4 to shoot. Newton, top of the arc. Brick. And it's rebounded by Jenkins. Outlet. Hatch. They get to him. Spencer with a hand on the ball. Newton the other way. In traffic. Off the window. Counted on the foul. Iona, he's from Dallas, Texas. Pick and roll. Newton curling. Floating. Johnson got a hand on it. Whoa, he got up high and is fouled.
Right now it's working for him, in particular in the second half.
Newton skipping. Off balance, taken away. Ledlam, a lead. Looking for a shot at all. Diarra pops out. Curls. Samson Johnson having a career night. Up top, Newton. Bring it up. Tristen Newton. Big. Started by Taylor. 8 to shoot. Newton, hesitation, step back 3. A brick. Out of bounds, and it is their first against Seton Hall at the Rock in Newark on Wednesday. Baseline, Newton, double pump, no. Gets his own rebound on his backside. Diarra, the kick, Newton. And tipped up and in by Castle. Now UConn can go in front. Hesitation, Newton to the hole and in. Tristen Newton leaves his feet, kicks it. Caravan, 6 to shoot. Newton, 4 to shoot. Spins, gets it back off the glass. No. And the rebound goes to Spencer in a new shot clock under a minute. 8 to go on the shot clock. Newton takes a 3. No. Rebound Ledlam. Will Rick Pitino call a time?
Off the front of the rim. Offensive board by Newton. He's so good at that. And then Spencer corrals it. 3 from the corner. It's good.
I mean, how many chances are you going to have? They basically had the ball for a minute.
Lincoln can pass for a big man. Looking for cutting Newton. Newton for 3. Yes!
This guy from the three-point line, I never thought he'd...
Bad. Back to Spencer.
Better get out on him.
Shot clock is at 2. Newton, his runner is no good. Rebound pulled down by the Hall. Dre Davis ripped his down and go into a matchup after that?
They may go man-to-man at the end of the shot clock. They've done that a bunch of times. Matter of fact, that's what they just did.
Yeah, Newton for 3, no good. So they forced the long 3. Richmond with the rebound, and here he comes. 3 minutes to play. Newton kept his pivot foot. Tough shot, got it to go.
Boy, he's 6'5", so that's something that he can do in that lane. And has really caused some issues for UConn right now.
Newton into a double team fadeaway jumper, no good. Sampson can't control the rebound, or Johnson, excuse me, can't control the rebound. Newton with the rebound.
I mean, he was getting guarded, and then all of a sudden his man just backed away. They better stop the ball.
Yeah, Newton going right to the rim. It's no good. Bediako with the rebound, just tosses it up. Here comes Davis to Caravan. Caravan going to the basketball, deflected. 5 on the shot clock. Newton lets it go, is partially blocked. Klingon turns and shoots, no good. And a pushing foul is so physical, too.
He's very strong.
Inbounds goes to Newton. His 3 is no good off the side of the rim. Caravan with the offensive board.
Kind of like that. But I like what he did and how he got them.
You mentioned it. 2-time Big East Freshman of the Week. Newton high off the glass. What an angle that was.
That was bad defense, though, that time.
That was a tough shot. Newton, right to the rack.
And 1.
Yep, count the bucket. He'll get a free throw here. 3, no good. And Newton with the rebound. That's 6 rebounds for Newton. Long range 3. Doesn't get it to go.
Yeah, Brian, last 2 years with Creighton in the Big East, so he's already played 4 games in his career against Connecticut, including 3 games, I should say, against Connecticut over the last couple of years.
Tough to score over. Klingon, if you're going to play on top of him, he's going to get an angle.
Newton. A little strong on the three, and it's out of bounds to the Zags.
And Dusty Stromer both sticking their noses in there, and Ben Gray took a shot in his, but Gonzaga came up with a rebound.
Newton with a deep three, and it's again an 8-point lead for the. Greg comes over to help, but Klingon finds Castle. Newton blocked by Ike, and it's 5-on-4 the other way. Nembhard off balance. He had their first 6, and now he's got their last 9. 15 on the night, and they're down by 9. Newton into the paint, lost his balance, and it will go.
Just able to turn the corner. They're clinging such a big body in there.
Newton misses the long three, and then a foul called on 9-day break before they start going again in the new year. They have put everybody in the Big East and everybody in the country on notice with the kind of start they've had to their season.
All right, here's Castle. Newton way outside, nothing doing there, kept alive. Diarra with the rebound. They get a new point.
Forever since Cam Spencer's touched the rock.
There he is right now. Pull up. Wide open look. 3 ball. No. Rebound over the back. They let him play.
Got to do gang rebound against them. Or the 1-2-2 looks like a 3-2.
Clinging back in the game in the corner to go corner jump shot. Look at that follow. Tristen Newton. Nobody boxed him out. He had a free pass right to the bucket. Rebound. Clinging.
And their ball pressure is woke up too. They got a pep in their step now.
Newton step around, got it! Boy, he was bound and determined to take it to the
Asians.
French has got 10 points. Newton from way outside.
That's the action you like. That's the
cross court. Castle. Hesitation, gets it back out. Feet set, lets it fire. Nothing there. Rebound. Caravan, easiest shot he's going to have all night.
I used to love going to his St. Anthony's practices. It was like, felt guilty. It was like a free master's PhD class in basketball.
Newton tees it up. Nothing there. Caravan rebound. Oh, good.
UConn losing 69-65 at the Fog a few days ago. Played that game without Stephon Castle. Newton leaves his first attempt short, and here come the heels.
And not a surprise.
It has some kids who are pretty excited to play here in the Garden. Sandiara has to pick up his dribble. Tristen Newton from way beyond the arc.
How many of those did he?
They put 100 up on Tennessee. Nobody puts 100 up on Tennessee. The Heels had 61 of them in the first half as Newton knocks down a jumper.
Well, Newton's got such a controlled game.
And even if he doesn't block the shot, he impacts the shot.
Yeah, he just walled up and made Baycott make the shot over him.
Newton, no. Baycott another rebound, but he turned it over.
I thought he could have had the angle going to his right, but he spun back to his left.
Count the basket and a foul.
Like, Newton is so good using his. But Ingram can guard multiple positions as well. He can switch off on just about anybody out there.
Newton, yes.
Just under
and he's
control.
into double figures.
Isn't he under control all the time? Caravan comes back out.
Newton, the floater from the paint, will go.
His body balance is just so good. Has a size of.
With a strong rebound in traffic.
And when Stephon Castle gets his legs back, forget it. He's a really good player.
Ingram pushing. Newton deep in the corner. Caravan coming out of nowhere to run it down. But trip feels big, doesn't it? Oh, and they turn it over. Newton, Davis getting back, but not in time. And it's back to double figures now for the Huskies.
There he goes. Take him in the post.
Newton for three. Spencer. Nobody blocked him out.
Everybody.
Kansas switches a lot, so there could be some slips.
Newton has it blocked by Adams. The color gets by Spencer and draws a floor. They're not getting anything going, and the shot clock is running down. Newton gets inside, and it somehow goes in.
Boy, what a great late clock play by Tristen Newton.
On the floor right now. We haven't really seen much going on between Klingon and Dickinson in the middle of the play so far, as Newton smoothly buries the three.
How good is
scoring the ball came in that one game. Spencer is hurt.
Looked like he twisted an ankle.
Yeah.
Look how far this team is.
What a block there by Harris.
Just pushed really far out.
Seems okay. Still in there, but now he's grimacing again. And he's just pointed to the bench. Newton puts one up from about 26 feet away. And he's got all 8 now for the Husky. Caravan can't get it off. Good recovery by Adams.
The pressure is speeding UConn up a bit.
Not this time for Newton.
Even though Newton has to look up and say, hey, we got this left.
Well, you and I have been lucky enough to see 2 pretty special environments this week. Down at Bud Walton in Fayetteville a couple of nights ago, and now here at Lawrence as Newton is into double figures. Boy, Adams denying Caravan, who's had a tough half, hasn't gotten a lot of touches. Newton a step back. And he, as you said, is keeping him in it. He's got 14.
Boy, what a game.
Strong rebound by Caravan. A rare chance for UConn to push a little bit. Newton didn't get the foul call, and Adams gets the block. Will inbound. Newton's got to get a shot off. He did, and he almost hit it. That's 2 big people right there. And Dickinson did everything he could, but nobody blocked out Newton on the weak side.
Well, Newton got away with a little push underneath. Just gave us off-arm design.
McCullough, who's got 3 fouls, has gone to the bench. The freshman Johnny Furphy is in. And an air ball on a 3 by Newton.
That's a good passer. If he could add some scoring, that's a different dimension.
Newton goes by him and lays it in. Looked like Jackson was expecting Newton to come and use a ball screen.
Cuts and pass the ball. They're moving it from side to side. They're going to get the defense to make a mistake.
Newton, not this time, tapped out by Johnson, and Newton just out-hung.
On switches.
Johnson looking to pass it. He is not a shooter. Newton is.
He did it again.
Unbelievable. And that is Connecticut's first lead. Spencer.
Good pass.
And the cleanest look of the night Newton has had, and he buries another one.
But until they lose.
Well, Chris, I rarely do underwear follow-up questions.
Just as a general policy.
It's a general rule.
Yeah. He's also... Newton brings it over. Newton going the distance, and he lays it in. He's got 31.
Almost a home. Flips it up top, 6 to shoot. Out of the corner, Newton 3 to shoot. He's hounded, surrounded. His heave with 1 on the horn, off iron miss. Tipped and controlled by the Wildcats.
Not their last game. Manhattan was their last game, the game before.
A couple of big wins taking out both Indiana and Texas. Newton slithers cup, high kiss miss. Sampson rebound, put back and 1.
How about this guy? One shooter, but he's got a ball that's guy that goes sideways. Another steal.
Newton thread the needle, slapped away by Daniels. What recovery, and it's out of bounds off the Huskies.
I'll tell you, Daniels.
For each team. It's 9 unanswered for the Huskies. Easy shot opposite. Off the front lip miss, tracked down by the Huskies, but a whistle in pursuit of the loose ball. The numbers bottom of the screen, turnovers. 11 giveaways for New Hampshire in the last 8.5+ minutes. Newton the Euro. Lefty missed, tapped out of bounds.
Well, the thing that kills you, John, is 7 steals.
Basket. Newton, 6 to shoot. Hoists and misses. Caravan wins it over Daniels. Spencer floater. Off 4 on this UConn team on his 3rd Division I program. Newton cuts closer. Klingon fell down, and New Hampshire seemed to fall asleep.
Yeah, and he seems to be
45%, 13 of 19 from deep. Newton steps into it. And a miss. Klingon taps into himself. Strong put back. The front deny Klingon. That's a large task
Caravan miss. Newton follow. Let's see if the Wildcats can heed your three-point shot. Diarra up the wing. Johnson. See a little more life in the steps. Newton, aggressive drive.
Samson Johnson made a great pass there. Nice cut by Newton.
Oh, bad giveaway on entry. Newton to the rack. And one! And UConn just playing with a lot more pep. Newton wants it weak side. Take the three. Off target. And visit to Fog Allen. Newton, mid lane. Follow. That's easy.
And I think one of the problems for Klingon is going to be he's going to have to chase Dickinson because Dickinson is also a good three-point shooter.
All-American by many pundits. Now here's Newton, the point guard. And the rebound to the Jaspers. And John Gallagher told us.
Not afraid, though. Manhattan continues to challenge the bigs.
Newton all the way. Tristen Newton. 5 made shot. And Spencer comes up with a steal.
Well, he gave it to Stewart, to Cohen just then. He didn't want it.
Caravan offensive rebound. He can't get perimeter. Everything we do, we need stretch threes, stretch fours. Tristen Newton has it all dialed up in this first half.
I was watching John Gallagher on the side, that little bit of a run with the dunk. Try to get one stop if you're Manhattan. You can go in at least with a little positive at the end of it.
Tristen Newton, what a half. 10 points and 8 assists for the UConn. Bender. Newton. Wow. Tristen Newton is having a game. His third three.
To get these guys on the floor to get game time situations down. It's one thing to do it in practice, but
there's Ball with the offensive rebound. Solomon Ball.
Nice at 5.
What'd you say? They don't care who gets the shine.
Yeah, they give you that impression, and when the good teams do that, there's a reason why they are the good teams. Numbers again here. Good pass.
That's a miss. Rebound Connecticut. Eric Onyema missed it. Newton to the hole. That's a soft kiss, but no good. Onyema will rip it down. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Newton's going to have to put it up. Then he does. Didn't get the roll. Loose ball. Controlled by Asmus. They get numbers 3.
Some of the decisions aren't as sharp, and that will come in time with more conditioning.
Jalen Stewart, number 3, in for UConn as Newton drives, throws it up, no good. That's Stewart there who tried to tip it back up and in, and he can't. 6 on the shot clock, and Johnson has it out high. Newton will launch a 3. They have made nearly all of them. Diarra with the offensive rebound.
The way Dan has coached, there is this sense of urgency, in your face, not afraid, intensity.
Solomon Ball, another offensive rebound.
What discipline.
Newton looking for his first, and he's not going to get it there. Johnson picked up the rebound, and he puts it up and in. That's his soaring. As he soars to dunks and outside shots. Wow, Newton using that body and a fadeaway off the glass. His first 2. Klingon, Ball. Left hand dominant, hands it off to Newton with 6. Wide open lane, he lays it up and in. Newton tries to spin move of his own, and he gets it to go. One of the tough shots that UConn has made in the paint. Caravan's 3 to open the game. Tristen Newton will launch a 3. That's off, and look at how high Mitchell went to rip it.
Great look, though.
UConn is 1 of 6 from the floor as Newton tries to drive, and that's blocked at the rim. A couple of guys came over, and here they go on a run. Galloway early on.
Don't know why Galloway wouldn't just settle for that mid-range shot. He was right there in the sweet spot.
Newton to the hole. He can't get it to go. Johnson tries to keep it alive. Spencer does on the... Finds Johnson. He's not taking that shot. There's 5 on the shot clock for Newton. He drives and lays it up. Pretty shot by Newton at the rim. As time will traffic, Hassan Diarra rips it down. Newton launches a 3. That's off. Klingon had it go in and out of his hands. He and Ware get tied up, and that's going to be a foul. Newton with his left. Can't get it to go. Klingon the rebound, and there's a foul underneath.
Well, still a long way to go for Klingon to establish himself as the guy in college basketball.
He and Newton play a 2-man game. Tristen Newton's 3 is at the bottom, and Connecticut has warmed up after a slow.
As talented as the UConn team, and he's not far off. I mean, we're still waiting for Mbako to come on the court and make a play.
Yeah, Newton, he's on fire. He's got 11 now.
See right there, didn't really a strong contest by Mbako.
Against Wright State.
Got to see both. Mbako has to stay down in the stands.
Well, Newton.
Got to stay down, chase the ball.
Floater no good. Klingon in traffic, throws it up. No, it doesn't go over the rim. But he'll shoot 2 more. UConn's going to try to help a lot on Renew. Newton sees the lane. Ooh, he threw an elbow and got away with it. He caught Johnson in the throat with a right elbow, and he gets that hard layup to go. But a lot won all 6 games by an average of 20. And they've won their first couple of games this year by an average of 39. Newton just threw it up, but it didn't get the roll. UConn has been whistled 11 times.
I mean, by the way, Riley, that's just called smart basketball. If Sparks decides to switch, and then Renew has to guard Klingon, Klingon should roll to the block post.
That high screen roll alley-oop. We haven't seen it once today. Newton, pretty dribble. Free throw line jumper, no good. Klingon battles for it, and it's going to be out of bounds off Donovan. Indiana is hurting themselves badly. Spencer into the lane. Newton 3. Too strong. Klingon offensive rebound. He goes up with his left and gets fence. Great defense from C.J. Gunn. Turnover. Bucket. Newton. Oh, what a turn of events that was. Circle that after.
In every defensive possession.
Diarra into the corner. Jump shot good. Boy, Tristen Newton with Castle out has become the go-to guy on offense for the Huskies. And the elbows going. He couldn't get the basket. And Connecticut will try to take advantage of the miss with Newton's 3. That's no good. They've had 3 empty trips shooting 3s.
Morrissey, our officials, for the first meeting ever between these 2 programs.
It's a nice start to be able to see a zone, see how they're playing it. And that's exactly what Mississippi Valley State wants early on. Last year, they had 321 assists to 528 turnovers.
Newton can't connect. Klingon towers over everybody for the N1. Spencer.
Again, Brown, yes, great job scoring the ball, but you had 2 guys on you. Someone's open.
Newton. Cash. Tristen Newton's first points of the night. Tristen Newton battles for the rebound, and it belongs to the Delta Devils. Rico, love what you said there, learning to say no. Because he is a big friendly giant.
It's okay to say no. Again, he has to protect the asset.
Caravan to Spencer. Now Newton all the way.
The other thing about Newton is he's much bigger.
Really turned into big plays, and that's why he was so good in the national championship run last year.
There's Castle, a kick out. Newton, top of the arc, and 5 quick points for the Huskies.
Well, he has a calmness about him. He's
looking to run Cam Spencer. Good ball movement, Caravan. And there's Castle, a tough, hard-nosed player with the offensive rebound. 2 for 2 from Newton, yeah.
Well, everything is coming off the pass, and that's
Spencer trying to answer with his first 3. Caravan, another chance. Ball movement again. Newton. That one's halfway down. Klingon inside. And draws the foul all over the boards.
Well, Klingon's size bothered that shot, and they were worried about the block shot, which caused a missed layup.
Here's Newton from the near corner, and that's 3 for him, and he's got 9 of their first 15 points. Here's Castle back in the game. Newton already with 3 3-pointers, nearly a fourth right there. Benigni corrals the rebound.
It's impressive, and Benigni,
he's been impressive in the first half.
He's been impressive, yes he has.
Here's Newton looking for his 4th 3-pointer in transition, got it. Stonehill last year, their first in Division I. 14-17, 10-6 in the Northeast Conference. And Caravan goes over the back. Newton picks up the errant pass. Inside the paint, good body control. Klingen's 2 attempts are no good. Newton with those 4 3-pointers. Steps back. Little extra plus the foul.
Newton has just been changing their defense. Now they're back into a zone of 3-2.
Newton, Euro step inside, draws the contact, finishes again. And Tristen Newton is Hawkins, a lottery pick last year. Now a rookie with the New Orleans Pelicans. Andre Jackson, a 2nd-round pick of the Milwaukee Bucks. Nice move there by Newton.
Big time move by Newton. Stop and go.
Got a little quickness to him too, a little bounce. I think not having any fear is the key in a game like this.
Here's the other side of the attention Klingen garners because Newton and open lane.
Like he really is crazy. I like this kid. I'm going to keep him around.
Yeah, a little more than crazy. Yeah, a little more than crazy. By the way, the thing that's noticeable, and one of my former assistants, Steve Peichel, playing Princeton tonight. I said, "Are you all right?" What do you mean? I said, "It's going to be in the 40s." And regardless of what happens, your stomach's going to feel terrible.
He's playing even in a game where you know he's not going to probably play more than 16, 17 minutes.
And 1 for Tristen Newton. Caravan. Now Newton with 8. Newton just forcing his way to the rim.
Really does a nice job with his size. That
Ross, 6'7" wing, also out there now with the basketball. Newton.
Not a shot.
Spencer. Newton. Stewart with the offensive rebound. Welcome. 6'11" and can take guys out. Wide.
Ross down the lane, running left-hander, no. Rebounded by Tristen Newton.
And very important to take advantage of the slow shooting start by UConn. So let's keep our eye on that as we bleed into the rest of this first half. And the momentum starts to...
Every turnover hurts.
That's right. We saw UConn being able to benefit off those turnovers. And the pace that Shaka was talking about. And what that does now, shot early in the second half.
Cam Jones, Joplin D. And you see those shots with both teams falling short, Jimmy.
Yep.
Came as a freshman, a 9.2 to now 11. Continuing to work. Baseline. Way short. This time, Trey Norman. 3-point shooting. A lean in for St. John's. There's a wraparound. Blocked by Klingen. Picked up Newton. Backdoor inside. Counted and the foul. Jenkins, who's been red hot to start. Step back 3. Newton with the rebound. He's been a triple-double man for Dan Hurley. Dingle, baseline. Lewis. Weak side rebound. Newton. His 3rd rebound. Turns the corner, gets to the cup. Let's see if St. John's can take advantage. Lewis, a 3. Ball line. Newton. In and out dribble. Jenkins. And another rebound for Tristen Newton. Numbers grow. Coach Pitino's practice earlier this season and just watching it. It was must-see TV. I wish I could have taped it.
A lot of teaching, right?
Oh, my goodness.
And when the team that played yesterday and played well and was forced to win has a smoother start on day 2 than the team with fresh legs on the floor for the first time in this tournament.
Yeah, great point, especially in the afternoon. Kind of uncomfortable behind the arc.
Claude, he is dynamite on those pull-ups. Can't get that one to go. Newton clears. He's such a great scorer. Feeling his way. Now he notices Djokovic is open. He can hit that shot, as can Usman. As their confidence grows, their bigs are good face up. Olivari trying to reach in and get the pilfer, but Spencer off the curl. Oh, Newton! A flying Walinda in the lane. Connecticut, they just get back.
Yeah, good defensive transition that time. And look, 2 players around Djokovic right there, and I see some winded legs on both sides right now.
Xavier's ability to hang in there, trailing by 8 now.
Wow.
That was deep, almost from the mid-court. Yeah, almost from the Empire with Sampson in front of him. Up against the clock again, Green. These are stressful shots up against the shot clock.
But beautiful rotation on the backside by Samson Johnson. When the ball was in the air, he would
free himself. In and out dribble to the bucket. Step back Jay. 11-footer no. Snatch down Newton. He's Mr. Triple-Double for Connecticut. Caravan. Big hop. Trying to get by Klingon. Baseline. Blocked by Klingon. Picked up. Here comes Newton. Stefan. And Stefan gets one of their last 9. Spencer for 3. Newton with a rebound. The kick. Castle. Got it. Stefan. First lead of the game.
Anthony Carter was a bulldog, okay, on defense. Gets up into you. So Devin Carter understands the value of not just putting the ball in the hoop, but being able to add value and be a better contributor on the
burst. Gets to the hole. That one blocked by Klingon. Almost recovered by Klingon. Into the hands of Maduro. Shot clock at 5. An air ball. Newton with the rebound. Leaves it.
No man's land. Guess what? You give up an easy 2, and that's what happened.
Samson Johnson. Meanwhile, Providence off the mark. UConn just really putting it on him now. Here's Newton. Gets his own rebound. Deflected out of bounds. 11:57 to play. Second half. He's getting ready to rob me on the subway in New York City. Tough guy.
Tough. Hey, I can relate to that because I played for Pat Riley. So we're playing the Wizards.
Here they go again. Just ISO. How about this kid? Empty, but pretty good release at the rim.
How about them using Mitchell there for a little cross screen to get him free, too?
Stewart getting some back.
Playing the role of Tyler Kolek today.
A closeout and a sellout, too. But good help. Weak side.
Totally vertical by Klingon that time. Dave for flips. And other passes he doesn't like. His 2 free throws will come for Marquette on the drive by Joplin.
Might be Spencer, but boy, you don't get back and pay attention. So that's a nice match for him.
Offensive rebound in the corner, Mitchell.
But his house is begging, aren't they?
Quiet is not typical over here.
Look at the block
Klingon
on a jumper.
On Ighodaro.
And look at Klingon, so active of late. He's now become like a Sonoma. The bite on the drive, too. Maybe get a look in the corner for goal.
Mitchell fouled by Spencer, and that's his 4th. The technical now puts him in real foul trouble.
Spencer using the Klingon screen. Double up on Spencer. Shooter. Caravan. Off the heel. Offensive board. Newton gets off the deck. Castle.
Again, look at this. That's why he gets triple doubles. Just reads things.
Richmond. Hard drive. Blocked again. Number 5 for Klingon. Catch made by Castle.
Those with good D here, but look at the fill.
Caravan. These 2 schools, UConn is 48-23. First meeting back in 1917. Richmond misses on a 3-ball. Rebounded by Newton.
When I was in Seattle, Don Perno was here.
Sure.
Ball tipped out. He picks it up. Newton skipping to the cup. Nasty. 2-hand flush for Samson Johnson. The defending tournament champion, Golden Eagles. Spencer curls, floats, count.
Beautiful. Like Hawkins.
31-30, Golden Eagles. Changes shot, got it. Castle on a cut to the basket, and he'll bank it down.
With that, with Cam softly off the glass.
Clingan inside, two-hand jam, and the foul over goal. Donovan Clingan. They're keeping the big fella's hands full.
To his players, he said, guys, play through the contact, play tough, play hard, blow everything up defensively.
Clingan inside. Somehow he gets that to go in. It was almost as if he was etiquette to get the defensive rebound. Newton the other way. Wraps it around. Stewart steps to the jumper and banks it down. The ATM is Newton. What a wonderful college player. Cross court. Rise and fire Diallo. Newton. Nice. No luck. Jamming one with two hands. Clingan. He's got a smoke. The zone down. 63-52.
What, just probably coming out of this timeout wants to see if they can disrupt the offense. But you know what? That zone turned into man-to-man once it got into...
Nice look inside. Caravan. Easy jam. Newton now.
Yesterday, you're probably itching to get back out here and play.
He has 8 already. Newton leaving his feet. Caravan answers with a J of his own. Let's see if UConn goes to Clingan to go at Soriano to get him that second foul. Drop step baseline. Reverse got it.
But beautiful recognition, Gus, of this. Yes, it's a 2-3 zone, but because you have
Newton. Backdoor inside, counted, and the foul, Hassan Diarra.
For a contested catch and shoot shot. Empty corner.
First layup goes down for Jalen Stewart. Donnie's cousin. Who is it? Donnie Marshall's cousin. Ball squirts around. Outlet. Newton. Numbers. Lob. And another bucket by Jalen Stewart. UConn. Jenkins becoming more and more difficult to deal with. He has 20. 56-54. Spencer. Cam Spencer answering.
Simpson to come back. Very important to knock it in.
Lob baseline. Samson Johnson.
Do it all at once. Fast.
Fishing isn't as hard as it looks. Just get Arby's to spread some tartar sauce on a toasted bun. And
a smoother start on day 2 than the team with fresh legs on the floor for the first time in this tournament.
Yeah, great point, especially in the afternoon. Beautiful play. Now, see, that's where UConn has been dominant again.
4-minute field goal drought. And Xavier unable to take advantage of it. It's Slamson Johnson.
So cylinder might open up for him too. Well, but I love his maturity that he hasn't forced the offense. And speaking of forcing this, Tristen Newton just dissecting the defense. That's a two-man game.
It is. A late break. Newton lobbing again. Slamson strikes again.
What the misdirection plays. You got Tristen that done.
Make those 9 minutes a game happy now.
Yeah, exactly.
Newton lobs. Clingan in traffic. Yes, and a foul. Djokovic on his hip will pick it up.
9. Spencer for 3. Newton with the rebound. The kick. Castle. Got it. Step up. First lead of the game for the Huskies. Spencer as the shot clock expired. Connecticut with the offensive rebound. Newton turns the corner hard, deals it to the big guy off the glass and in. Newton to Johnson. Patient. Newton. Lob. Bam. Unreal.
I mean, You said it right there when they did it.
Cross court. Newton up top, Klingon a three. Big fella could hit that too. That's why they feel that he could be a lot. By the way, played in the national championship games as a starting point guard for Bo Ryan. Meanwhile, Caravan with confidence, 70-40.
Well, they got so many guys can knock you out. Nice hands here. This time Newton.
Newton a little help side that time. Get it ahead. Diarra to the rim, and UConn very quickly 5 in a row. Enormous in this game.
Yeah, even though it was only a couple of minutes, right? Look at this cut and pass again. Weak side action. Nobody jammed. Didn't take the cutter.
Now settle in, half court. Newton 4 triple-doubles. Nice play. And UConn, they get it inside, and Klingon finishes.
What happens with Seton frequently the screen? They had Caravan, didn't find them.
Bullet feed inside, the finish, Klingon.
He's so good at that. Anticipates his timing.
And it's up to 59% shooting. Spencer back in.
Oh, Klingon right there on that empty side roll.
Klingon.
How about that?
Little baby hook for Donovan Klingon.
Great setup. Together, Seton Hall.
UConn 1 of 8 from three-point territory.
Look at that.
Banker, bingo for Castle and a foul.
Now the ball is on
one with Richmond. Now defended by Dawes. Newton, 6 seconds. Dump it inside. Caravan gets the paint points. 1 second left. Toss up, San 44-31. UConn. Back screen, bullet feed. Caravan wide open, and Newton drops the dime.
And Bird, that's our open.
Turnover. Davis lost it. Spencer feed it to the wing. Extra
give back.
Caravan splash.
A mistake, you pay.
Out high, Newton
nice
feeds
fill.
it. Turn around. It goes for Castle. Fills up the cup.
They are attuned.
Good. Another deflection up ahead. Castle is going to take it himself. Castle in the sky for the Huskies. They are home for Villanova Wednesday, and then home for DePaul to wrap up the regular season. Upstairs.
Perfection.
Johnson with a big-time flush.
He's with the basketball. Here's Klingon. Newton down the lane on the kick. First shot of the game goes down for Castle. Letting him play. Not a lot of fouls. CYO. Running clock. Spencer. Killican. Largest lead of the game for Connecticut. Villanova trying to attack the basket. Hakeem Hart can't get there. Spencer the other way, a three. Ring it up for Cam Spencer. Caravan, 6 to shoot. Inside, Klingon, great position. Drop step, left hand jump hook, high off the glass and in.
But without hesitation, Tristen Newton knew exactly.
Spencer, rising fire. Killican again. He's got 12. Will his number be retired one day? He's got a national championship in his hip pocket. Killican up top. Kicking ball.
Teach it a lot easier. Not easy, but a lot easier for them to comprehend.
Diarra the other way off the kicks and miss. Easy does it. 57.
What you're saying is Bomb is in the mirror, bicep curls.
That's right. Diarra the other way. Double pump. Rocking the cradle goes down. It's to a triple-double. He needs 2 points and 2 assists. The handoff. Cass only needs 1 assist. And 2 points to assist away. Newton, the kick, Caravan! Triple-double! Tristen Newton!
Offensive Connecticut. A lot of pin downs, a lot of slips, curls, just like this.
And Caravan on that curl gets inside for two.
That's so effective. They respond beautifully. I think he and Farabello, when he comes in, have to get a couple of threes. Nice cut by Spencer. You'll be saying that all night. The little kids.
So many weapons with this UConn team on both sides. Bello looking for the three. Long rebound. Newton on the run with it. Behind the back. And Newton finds
pass.
Stewart for two.
What a pass and control. Kid's a winner.
10 or even into single digits.
Once again, dancing in that lane. Nice game.
Finds his big man. Oh, we have a game developing in Omaha.
It's going to have to find ways like that to take advantage of those matchups.
Beautiful cut by Caravan and the feed from Newton.
Communications.
Newton inside Klingon. That's easy. That is a huge advantage they have size-wise. Marquette. And a steal from Tristen Newton. Numbers 3-on-2. Spencer. This crowd.
Together. I like this matchup. I think it throws off what UConn has scouted against.
Spencer. Beautiful isolation and a screen right there. Baseline. Number 1 against number 4. Connecticut trying to get further separation in the Big East. Diarra. Oh, the bank is open on Saturday in the Nutmeg. Diarra. Oh, look at that. The two players lost it. Klingon found it and knew what to do. Spencer out quite a bit in the Connecticut backcourt. Great cut by Diarra. Right on cue.
Just haven't had the opportunity to do that. Jump the ball, not necessarily trap, but just get the ball out of guys' hands.
Another great pass from Newton inside. 22 assists.
Caravan, Klingon, sophomores, Ball and Stewart, somewhat in that rotation off the bench. They're freshmen. Diarra, Texas A&M transfer, second year at UConn. And Jay Wright back in 2015. Ball steps into a shot. That's a 2.
He's another one of those freshmen that they've got high in that particular night and goes about and does it.
Another turnover. 2 more points off the turnover. Castle. Newton doesn't have numbers. Waits for help. Finds Caravan, who bombs another 3.
And when his feet are set.
Was the players of this generation.
Spencer nearly coughed it up. Now Caravan tries a 3 and puts it in.
Well, I talked about in the opening, they're so connected defensively that they force you into taking, either they force you into now having a late clock.
And that was just wide open. Ed Cooley,
#1 in the country, and compete for another national championship, and it's all about Matt. Ooh. OMG, coming out of the timeout with a baseline out of bounds play. Played against that UConn team versus this team that's on all cylinders is totally different.
Castle, floater, got it. And now Stephon Castle 1 point away from double figures.
And I've had Epps penetrate and create opportunities for other guys. Couldn't ask for anything more.
You want to talk about a quality shot? How about you give a 7'2" guy a look at the rim? 52 points in the opening 20 minutes. They have just 11 points nearly halfway through the second half, but Samson Johnson has his second out.
And it's simple. Again, we said it earlier. We see that they're capable of getting some things done. But again, every time I say that, defensively, they go there on the baseline out of energy to try to score on the big fella.
Well, this is the type of effort and tenacity we saw from Georgetown in the first half of the first meeting as Cam Spencer knocks one.
It's for them, and this is a great opportunity in this particular game to do it.
And it's a little uncommon as Caravan knocks down a 3. And
they might need a big day from him.
There's that little flare screen. I mean, goodness, they keep you busy.
How many sets do they have?
It's extraordinary. Step and go. Look at all the cutting. Nobody stands still. Look at this. Wide open. Big time. Bang by the big fella. All set up. But
look at the screen.
Folks, if you watch Connecticut, watch off the ball just for that reason. Get a great look because of the activity. I mean, that's just...
The ceiling for him is just tremendous.
And that is the area of the game in between his ears. He has a beautiful...
Spencer, count it. They've gone through a tough stretch, but they've also played really, really well at times. Alley-oop, Johnson, and those are the hops we were talking about. And a dime drop that was a thing of beauty. Spencer takes it down. Newton on a run out with his man Kessel. High rising to the top of it too. 20. Spencer wide open for the tray. Late to rotate. And Rick Petit. Newton clears. 3-on-2 for Tristen. Diarra. 43. And another turnover. Tried to lob it. Samson Johnson would have none of it. Diarra. Ooh, a little shake and bake in midair.
I tell you, underrated, but the pass from...
Duell made up his mind, didn't he? He was going to launch that time.
Just too much playing around with the basketball.
Alley-oop, and Newton finds Castle, who went to the top of the... He comes up dry to open the second half.
And he could be thinking Oduro has 3 fouls as well.
Yep. Klingon, nice handoff there on that drive. Tristen Newton shoveling it defensively. Now that was Jalen Stewart that got a piece of that. And now on the other end, a coronation for the kid from Seattle.
Xavier playing man-to-man. They're going to try to pressure the ball and protect the paint at the same time.
Look out! Klingon says hello. Transferred after playing college basketball in his native Lithuania, but only had senior eligibility here. Here's Caravan. And he knocks down a 3. And it's a 15-3. Yeah, this right there running Xavier out of the building. Oh, no. Oh, no. They did not just do that. Newton. Off his first career start on Tuesday. Klingon, drop step, puts it in, and the foul. Well, Klingon looking for somewhere to go with it. Shot clock is working against it. That's nice vision from Newton.
Yeah. And there's that footwork I was talking about with Klingon, the way he can move without the basket.
Newton, pick and roll didn't work, but Johnson driving to the hoop. They kick to Kessel, who hits a 3 to reestablish the UConn lead.
And that's a second. I like this high split.
Well, Newton got his man up in the air. Spencer, a corner 3! And UConn leads once again.
Klingon a factor again. Alexander was stuffed by Klingon. Newton to Diarra.
He's back. The big fella.
Just his 4th shot attempt of the night.
Really hasn't got any touch on the post. They guarded him well. They are so good going away from the defender and still in motion.
Back into Klingon on an island. Donovan's island.
Big wide body, very tough. Sometimes it's tough to get yourself back into the flow.
Caravan, teardrop.
That helps. The drop, do I play the cut?
Years. There's front court.
Yeah, Fielder.
Get some weight. On the wing, Caravan. Environment here. UConn unable to pull away. 7 to shoot. Newton puts it on the deck, swings it to the corner. There's Caravan again! Castle for Newton. A high action here. Castle lines one up and knocks it down.
And one of the things coming into the season, Georgetown Hoya basketball, winning ways. Love that about it.
Newton with time running out of the shot clock. Dumps it off inside. Beautiful pass to Caravan.
He's up to look versus a good offensive team. That's what you want.
Diarra, a 3.
It's amazing. He hits opportune 3 by Jalen Stewart for Coach Hurley and the Huskies. So let's dig into that a little bit.
Now there's Diarra, nice inbound play. And good patience.
Such a wonderful auxiliary.
He hasn't playing tough, that's for sure. May not have the full complement of talent he wants yet. Oh boy, Spencer! And he's been perfect from the outside. Newton kicks it out. Caravan got it from 3. See if UConn can join St. John's and Seton Hall in first place at the end of the night. We'll send you up to Connecticut for the Huskies and Xavier.
Welcome those of you that were just watching St. John's at the Garden. Alex Caravan fires another 3 and makes it with Alfonso threes. And they've got the lead. Spencer, tough shot. Offensive rebound by Newton. He finds Johnson.
Sean Miller's not going.
First 3-point attempt of the game for the Musketeers. Stewart, a little Euro step through the paint.
Yeah, I thought McKnight should have stepped in front of his.
Castle, no first half points. No. Does have 4 assists, but no points. Newton trying to get around McKnight, throws the lob. Johnson's there to give UConn the lead.
Great hands there by.
Yeah, Castle to the rack. A 3-point opportunity for Stephon Castle.
Whether it's in transition or in the half court, with the matchups that Xavier has on Castle, he has
fouls. Stripped away by Caravan. 2-on-1 for UConn. Throw the lob to Castle. Somehow able to get it to go through. That's athleticism right there.
And that's what.
And just throws it away. And Sean Miller is hot on the Xavier sideline. There's Castle for the jam.
Remember what we talked about earlier about.
Now the 3's not dropping for Xavier. They've had 2 back-to-back beautiful looks. Another 3 ball. Boy, Hassan Diarra. 20 smart.
Practically have 5 guards on the floor. Tough to match up to Xavier.
Caravan has not seen the floor since he took an elbow to the forehead. Spencer hits the jumper and it's a 12-point lead. Largest lead of the game for UConn to the timeout. Newton did not settle. Johnson with the pack.
Tristen Newton. That kid has opportunity here because he's a fantastic player. Is going to be a really key player for UConn to repeat.
Stewart bags a 3.
So close, which opened that lane for Moore to be in attack. Well done.
Physical defense from Davis. Skip. Caravan 3.
You have to be careful to.
Spencer, another loose ball. Hands off for Newton into stream. Johnson finishes.
UConn has brought the fight.
Caravan back on the floor, had the rebound. In there to shoot. And drill it.
It's game.
That was the priority area for this DePaul staff this morning. Rebounding. Stephon Castle to the rim. They checked out someone early in the first with 2 fouls. Newton finding Johnson, and Samson Johnson scores.
Seeing this a lot this season with the play basketball. No tic-tac fouls. There were some physical, aggressive plays in the first half.
Look out! A reading from the book of Samson.
Off of a made bucket. Got to stay active, though, in the zone.
Cam Spencer beats the zone.
And what happens is when the ball gets to the foul line, closest guy to you.
Fisher off. Spencer to Newton. Newton, poetry in motion. It's Castle with the jam. Henley is off. Newton with the vision. Nice dish for the bucket by Castle. He's got 12.
Come on, guys, help me out here.
Johnson with another rejection. Spencer in transition. Hits it home.
And then Cam Spencer knocks one down the very next.
Low 38%. Scored a season low 60 points. 4 to shoot. Inside. Sampson, Johnson around the head. Keeps his dribble alive. 10 to shoot. Arabana with position. Nice catch. Nice pass. And he'll bank it down. Huskies up 6-0 to start. 5:06 to play. Backdoor, Newton. Terrific rate. St. John's, a minute into the second half, playing excellent basketball. Spencer, pure. Cam Spencer is a gunner. UConn on a 6-0 run. They've trailed by as many as 8. Inside. Jamming in with 2 hands is Samson Johnson. And all of a sudden, Soriano dangerous. He could have picked up his fit. Castle the other way. And one.
They have 13 points to 7 on second chance points. They had just outplayed them.
Newton, inbound to Castle. Castle forces the action and gets the bucket to go down.
Athletic.
Being a top 5 performing team. Ryan Nembhard with a miss. You can hear the oohing and eyeing of the Gonzaga fans. Klingon lays it in. And after a turnover on the first possession, back-to-back bucket wing.
And he's a really good defender. And it gives him a versatile defender out on the perimeter. A guy who can really get downhill north-south.
Boy, they don't have an answer for Klingon.
You can't let it, it's easy to say. You can't, much more aggressive offensively this season.
He is now 8 for 19 from three-point range on the season. Samson Johnson, almost every field goal he's got this year is...
Flex action screen for the screener, and Spencer wide open.
And he'll bury it. He is one of the best shooters. Also was the coach for 3 different teams in the NBA, including a year here in Seattle, what turned out to be the Sonics last year before the move. As Solomon Ball knocks down the 3, and UConn
has proven that they could score. So they're going to come out aggressively on offense. You know that.
Caravan, free look. He's got an unusual rotation on that shot, but when you're getting bottom of the net, who cares? For the game number 22.
Klinging had to come out for a long run there to contest that one. He's got the size advantage inside.
Klingon had his hand up as soon as he got to the lane.
Not happy with.
I gotta believe this has surprised the Connecticut kids after seeing these guys lose by 40 at Gonzaga. Around the world a couple of times it goes down.
Stewart did a good job.
Sets up Solomon Ball to Klingon. Oh, nice look. Cut by Carrigan. The Caravan. That worked out very nicely for Connecticut. Change of pace, Newton. Oh. Good look. Caravan had a chance to think about that one for a while and took his time. Left it short.
Hello.
Ducks in a barrel.
Got the best of it.
Great recovery by Donovan Klingon.
Up top for Klingon. And he lays it in.
Well, Harrison Ingram picked him up because Baycott was a little bit slow getting.
Huge rebounding numbers so far this season. Newton.
Oh, what a pass.
Somehow found Caravan.
Just a great little hesitation move to get the baseline, and Caravan
into the season. Newton up top, and there's another dunk for Samson Johnson.
That action so difficult to stop in the middle of the floor.
Caravan gets free and knocks down the three.
A really good screen by Sampson. Trying to get in front of him, sit on his legs, but unless there's pressure on the ball, Cormac Ryan's at too big of a disadvantage.
Karaban again.
How quick did he set those feet?
But they caused the turnover, but whatever it was is obviously feeling better now. He's still in the game and showing no ill effects, as that might have been the crispest offensive possession of the game. Up top, Johnson the slam.
Well, that was set up by the back pick by Hassan Diarra. He back
offensively. They cut incredibly crisply. Newton down low to Klingon. He had the bucket as soon as he had the ball.
That's a problem. And Jackson Baker that time got
Smith. Newton has it on a hop. Newton, the lob to Klingon, muscle inside, back-to-back buckets for the big man.
If he catches it that deep, you are
against Robinson. Solo ball, nice no look. Newton, 8 to shoot, in rhythm. Spencer, rain it down.
Well, I mean, this guy, 41% for his career.
For Wildcat fans, they've never made the NCAA tournament, program that began in 1903.
Great
what
cut.
A cut. Spencer, a hesitant make.
Great cut.
Garden. Off. Caravan's got it. Spencer wide open in transition.
Like I said, he's one of those.
The shot looked fine last time out. Klingon. Whistle and one. 26 points. Spencer off the Klingon screen playing catch with Newton. Oh, what a lob. Bucket again.
Well, I wouldn't call Samson Johnson coming in as,
Starters are newcomers to the program. John Gallagher telling us about a shift in philosophy in Riverdale. Alex Karaban answers.
Nice recovery there by Karaban. I thought he was going to kind of flow in. And at Rugged, they're going to play hard as much as they can, but not with that happening.
Hammer time for Donovan Klingon.
Try to help his teammates, and it's important to read that. Here he is catching it again. Look where he's getting it.
Klingon with 6 of the first 8, now 8 of the first 10 for Connecticut.
So he's getting it just about where the restricted this season, too, early on. And here's that zone look again, try to get it to squeeze it to the middle if they can.
Cam Spencer catches in.
Pick up for UConn a bit.
Spencer with the teardrop. Cam Spencer again. And that's the other thing. Dan Hurley says he's not just a... Newton.
Good help.
To Diarra. He really came on at the Empire Classic.
That
a great catch, but Johnson was there.
Good reactions by Johnson. He can really cover some ground.
What a pass to Diarra from Newton. That was a touchdown.
1-4.
And Bendon gives it away.
And here come the races again.
Newton to Stewart. Jalen Stewart. Connecticut is rolling. Timeout, Jaspers.
Yep. Good call.
Work out.
Space the floor. Get the big guy on the blocks.
Spencer is on fire. Cam Spencer, 3 for 3 from 3 with 13.
Pace is playing right to Connecticut's favor.
Stewart gets it back from Newton. Jalen Stewart cash.
Yeah, I like the way that Connecticut is recovering too. Watch out.
Oh. Samson Johnson again.
That's a soft one too. Just a little Magil on the outside, but still will post up, get it, and go with it down low. There's that little inbounds pass.
For Alex Karaban, who has a dozen.
Nice spread to begin with. They condense it. They squeeze.
Two terrific outside shooters for Connecticut. Johnson is a pogo stick. Underneath. Ball. Got it again. A different Solomon Ball that we saw in the first half yesterday. 14-9 Connecticut. Johnson on a screen. He gets the ball low and he dunks it. And that's what he does as well as anybody. His 12th dunk of the season. Really encouraging start, too, for Solomon Ball. Klingon. Too low. And a foul. and a basket. Too low, and this is the problem with not
style of play, and it looks smooth.
Caravan back in the game as Newton penetrates. He throws it up, and wow, Samson Johnson high above the rim, his third dunk of the game. Way off. And a good box out. That ball bounced before anybody got it. It's Newton. Caravan, his turn. He got it. Alex Caravan knocks down a 3, 1, and 2.
And I understand this Texas team is really good with their guards, but he has been taking advantage of that matchup all evening long.
Caravan's 3 is dead on. So many different guys. Team picked up its offense. It's done the same tonight when Johnson's been in the game. Caravan, the floater is good.
Now all their guards can...
35 feet away from the basket, drives hard. He'll kick. Caravan with 2 seconds. 1, got it off again, and he does it again as the shot clock expires.
This kind of looks, if Klingon wants to be dragged off those ball screens, either a pick and pop or a roll, force the defense to collapse.
Spencer takes it down low and throws one up and in. Spencer had a terrific.
When things get tough, they want to get out.
The portal is a backdoor.
And it sends the wrong message, Rowdy, to kids, because life gets tough sometimes.
Diarra lays it up and in.
And you have to look life in the face. And
prior to his pushing off.
Good job fighting over the top. You got to get
wide
back
open
though, right?
3 for Caravan. He buried it.
By the way, if you're going to fight to get over it, played inside out once again.
Newton's got 8 rebounds. Here he is dishing it to Ball. He just knocked down a 2. Now he knocks down a 3. Solomon Ball here with still plenty of time left to go in the second half. Spencer 3. Look good from the exit of his hands. And Spencer knocks
Hasselback,
yeah.
That's another weapon to have when you can do things off the dribble.
It's an 18-point lead. We're under 5 for the defending champions. Caravan with a great cut. Lays it up and in.
In between, that ball gets poked away, you turn it over. Got to make up your mind.
Into Alex Caravan.
Yeah, that's just too easy. MVSU is...
Spencer. Cam Spencer has turned it on to start.
It's interesting how you get a steep lineup. Even if you lose, you still want to see how you match up.
Spencer. Cam Spencer, the exact opposite from Saturday.
And it's a nice retreat by Mississippi Valley State. But you got to find those gaps. You know, you get back, you get in your zone, that's great, but
one-hander does not drop for Sanders.
Even the size of Tristen Newton is going to affect these guards.
Solomon Ball swishes it home. The Marshall household front steps will be loaded with materials.
Just place it, though. Let's not deliver it like that there.
Cam Spencer is scalding.
Games, you got to play together. I know it's such a simple concept and a cliche, but you need it.
Samson Johnson with one hand.
I mean, you're seeing some
experience in this UConn starting lineup. Here's Castle. A three-pointer from the corner is too strong. Newton chases down the rebound, and there's Klingon's size inside for the first one.
Well, that's going to be a heavy. They're sharp. They're playing with speed. They're playing with pace. And they are really dominating the paint.
Well, the streak continues. 7 field goals this year for John. Chris Krause, the head coach of Stonehill, and their starting 5 has 3 guys that are 6'8" and another that's 6'6". And in the Northeast Conference, as you see Klingon go to work again, in the Northeast Conference, they actually can run like Samson Johnson. You never know. Here's Johnson down the lane, and there's his first bucket of the season, not via the dunk.
Competitive spirit. These were the words that Shane Burkhardt was using, and after a made basket, here's Johnson again! Samson Johnson has made opening statements tonight.
Yeah, how'd that work out? They let me go. But I still remember. So it was scrimmaging, and Ross is on the other team, obviously. And next thing I look up, my first shot, goaltend.
Be even before they realized, okay, I got to be 10 feet this way. I got to stay in the corner. I got to hold my spot.
Cam Spencer Cash.
This is a free throw, and the rebound goes to Connecticut. Here's a trailer. Newton, the lob on the baseline. Batted around. Newton turns it over. That's a staple of this team. Dan Hurley learned it all from his father. Bob C. And a steal. David Johnson. And you see those shots with both teams falling short, Jimmy.
Yep.
As Newton whizzes this one out of bounds, looking for a cutting Castle.
It's been twice, too. Newton with the lob in the first half.
Rebounded on the baseline by Jalen Stewart. Newton inside, and an offensive foul. That's his first.
Time and look. Two players around Djokovic right there, and I see some winded legs on both sides right now because you're not completing some of these plays.
Yeah, trying to bring the house down with Devin.
What makes Devin so tough is that he's not regulated to just being on the perimeter and shooting jump shot there. Defensively, he can harass, and then offensively, he's not afraid to mix it up inside with the big boy.
Old school. Big East matchup. Newton, Euro. Throws it away. Friars can get closer here. Leaves it. Johnson. And it's Providence basketball.
And notice too during this run, as it happens, and I think you got to push the tempo a little bit because when UConn gets set defensively, they're so tough, long, positionally. It's tough to get some easy looks right here in transition. You got to take advantage of it.
And lost their last two. He doesn't want that to happen. Nice bump there. But Spencer passed up a look.
That was 2018 as that's knocked away by Mitchell. What a defensive gem he is. Here is Newton. And he reaches in.
And they got a
taken
piece.
away. Picked off by Joplin.
I would get Jones involved.
Point guard by committee, too. There's that favorite role on the empty side to cut.
Another feed. This time Newton had it knocked away and out of bounds.
How pretty is this one, though?
League points, just under 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals per game.
Always active.
Step in and steal on cue. Richmond will take it to the rim for 2.
Caravan couldn't get there, out of bounds. Not a good pass by Tristen Newton. Fourth turnover for Connecticut. However, forces his way to the cup. No. Johnson with a big rebound. Newton in transition, coughs it up. Ahead, Bamba. And here comes Joe Tate. Needs 2 and a dime. Newton inside. And I think he knows what his numbers are. I think he knows what his numbers are.
But he'll been better off shooting.
Well, this defense has been terrific. We'll talk about Greg's ability on that offensive end, and this just shut it down big time.
Fourth UConn turnover.
And
Newton rebounding from the guard position, but that pass a little low off of the instep of Caravan, and it belongs to Marquette.
And it's a turnover, but it's...
Iguodaro stuck his hand in there and created that turnover. Cannot play loose with a big lead against these guys up in the tournament. Marquette will fall into second, 3 games behind in the aftermath of this game in the standings of the regular season. As they stand right now.
Newton up the floor. Newton driving, lost it. Numbers for DePaul. This is Terry, 8. And a turnover for UConn. Churchill. UConn a 52-26 lead. Newton driving. Dish. And it bounced off of Klingon. Final seconds. Got to get a shot up. Nelson does.
Team has played with.
Let's take on the personality of their coach. Coach Hurley has that grit and sense of urgency. I was able to sit in on the practice as you see the steal by Supreme Cook.
Direct that.
2 jump shots. Early blur.
Oh,
we hurt his foot.
Yep, down goes Newton. On the lead pass ahead, Davis can't.
Games are tough to get up for, not for Jenkins.
Great maneuver by Ledlam. He read that pass all the way. He started Providence. You know, what he had to learn about controlling his temper in his early days. Turnover, 3-on-1. It's a lean. Points in the first half. Here he is. Lucky pick and roll with Klingon. Well defended that time by Ledlam. And they award the ball to
the different player. And we're a game and a half in, and we're seeing a different Devon Castle.
He has 14 now. Jenkins, great defense there. Saves it. Length of the floor to left. Save almost by Diarra. The pass was a little long from Newton. Sort of an unforced error there by the star guard. Pick and roll time. Johnson comes up empty. This is a must make here for time. He did not anticipate that drive. Haynes has his pocket pick. What a job by Newton. Run down though by Castro, and he's fouled by Castle. 67 seconds. Ethan Cooperson all over it. Diarra lost it. Poor pass that time by Newton. Carter, oh boy. 4 for 4 since coming back onto the floor for Josh Oduro. Newton has it taken away by Oduro. Out to Carter. Spencer's back. Mano a mano. Count it.
Castle, that pass is a little bit too tall. It's off his hands. And back to Xavier. And mercifully for the Musketeers, we reach the under 8 timeout.
You want to see...
It's a party in Hartford today. We're going to call a travel here on Newton.
And Connecticut is so good defensively that with your half-court sets, there's a good opportunity for some numbers right now if they hurry.
Huskies will turn it over.
Armstrong, what a take! In 6 right now, so you're getting them building a touch of confidence. Villanova is from the defensive end.
Newton trying to enter it to Kling, and he hit the backboard.
Now here's an opportunity for Villanova.
For the swap. Nice new pass. Long pass. A little misguided as he tried to get it to Johnson. He threw it behind him.
Buck runner. I would use his man Sampson's screen. Johnson.
Another giveaway, and that has frazzled UConn here early.
Buck runner just at one-man zone.
Newton again.
Tough shot.
It will not count.
I think he stuck his foot out. Is what they're going to
Trying to rock Fielder to sleep. Lost the handle. Not sure where he was going. Nets up court. Perimeter and Cam Spencer. Try to enter it to Newton, and this gets deflected away.
You just seem like those guys. Not a lot of world wear on them.
Newton, lost the handle. Good defense. The Nets on the recovery. Georgetown nearly made a mess of it on the other end, and waiting hands of Massoud. Come the Hoyas in transition. Deep pass inside. Nicely corralled by Cook, who gets hit. And a little jaw.
Newton looking for help. Tapped away. And Claude was out of bounds. Had the turnover. Was that Newton bleeding that clock. Newton initiates. Time winding down. He's got to go. And a travel. He hit the shot, but a travel was called first.
It's a really nice job.
UConn for the 3rd straight game.
A lot of the scoring for Butler comes from guys outside of the post. Davis with the intercept into the hands of Brooks.
It's one of the few times that
cheat as far as his vocals on the shoot around. Talking about just that, saying you got to be a man, you got to get through those screens.
That's another turnover by UConn. 7 turnovers in this game have led them to take him out of the game. So the way you get him open is use him as a screener. Should be able to find some open alleys.
Thrown right away, and they're always on damage.
Spencer off to Johnson. Newton travel.
Yeah, these are those games where you can't get lazy. You know, that to me right there is a pro ball.
Here is Tristen Newton. Newton attacking, and the Huskies with 3 early turnovers.
I think it's interesting when you think about UConn and
scoreless tonight, but 6 assists. And he delivered it off.
Threw that to you, I think.
Towards us. Here is Newton. Newton trying to create some space, but he traveled.
Well, Fisher, one of those guys, talking to Tony Stubblefield earlier in the season.
Remaining in the first half. Newton, in and out, to the bucket, strip. Jenkins scoops it ahead and
has it blocked away, and now they're going to call jump ball. Possession goes to the Pirates.
You see, this is not good transition defense. Nobody stops the ball. The first
to the hoop, to Newton. Newton going to the hoop and tried an alley-oop, but the rim cut it off. Adewusu to Richmond. Richmond to the step, to the basket. Count the bucket. He does look like a linebacker. Castle trying to get through the defense. Richmond saves it.
And that's one thing about UConn.
Keep that foot loosened up. Newton, little hedge by Seton Hall. Pass down low. Trying to get his first assist. It goes out of bounds. Intended for Johnson.
Well, here's my guess. This is just a guess. That where Clingan is sitting, I think it's safe to say Donovan Clingan is not coming back.
I was thinking the same thing. Because the longer he sits, the more that ankle firms up, and a traveling violation called on Newton. Shaheen told us they were desperate for the win against Missouri. Well, this one is a game that you can build on. This might have been the dagger.
Shot clock down to 7. Newton looking for an opening. Can't get into the paint and overthrows Caravan. A turnover by Connecticut on the first possession. Okay. But he said he realized a couple of years ago, if you want to win big, you got to have guys who can put the ball in the basket. You can focus on all the intangibles and the toughness, but you also need to find some guys who can score.
Coming up on the 6-minute mark, first half. Turning the corner, Newton. And throws. Clingan with the rebound. Couldn't make the clean catch. It's the right play. Good denial by Stokes. Numbers against him, Williams. Wow, teed up from straight on. I think Clingan got a piece.
Gives it back to Newton.
Carolina switching all these exchanges.
And that's just a turnover. I think Johnson thought Newton was going to shoot it, but Newton lobbed it up for Johnson.
And UConn needs
everything tough again. Shot clock's at 4. Newton takes matters into his own hands. Can't get it off, and it's another turnover. Pull up. Inside 4 minutes to go in the first half. The lead is 12 for the Jayhawks. Newton stripped. Numbers for Kansas.
On right now. Little matchup. Breakdown right there with Newton. Nice step across for the steal though.
By Traore, the freshman. Traore stop and go. And he's fine. Said I was living the dream over the summer, and then I had to remember I'm going to be a college sophomore. I got to get back in the gym. Give it away this time. We hit 3 of those in the first half. Newton turned it over this time.
Yeah, nice deflection there. Oh, a little lazy pass to the outside.
fast start for UConn. They're starting 5 ball, Newton, Caravan, Klingen, and Spencer. Good bounce pass, and that one's a little too low. Klingen couldn't handle it. Slow to get up. And shooting 46% from the floor. The back cut a little too quick. Ball wanted it up. Instead it was a pass to his chest, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, Texas got.
Newton goes, and he got no foul call. That was all ball. Ware's got 9 and 5 rebounds. The lead is 9. Is Newton, did he push off? There's no whistle. Boy, was there a whole bunch of contact.
I mean, I'm confused.
Newton and Galloway, you big 7 on the shot clock for Newton out top. He'll have to force it up. Great defense. Great defense from C.J. Gunn. Turnover. Bucket.
A great job of catching it, looking ahead off the turnover.
Nice dish to Sanders. Another turnover by Connecticut. And here come the Delta Devils. Newton. That's an offensive foul on Tristen Newton.
Guy as smart as Newton.
Ball with a delivery to Newton.
That's a good way to put it. It wasn't a pass. It was a delivery. Not a great one either. And that probably what...
Newton skied up there and got his hand on it to come down with the basketball. UConn has numbers. Upstairs to Johnson. Would have brought the house down.
Wasn't a bad pass. I think if you...
Team, there's no need to push him too hard, too fast, and let him slowly get back in the rhythm.
Newton has it poked away, and Felder ahead of the pack, right to the basket. Samson Johnson back in for Klingen in the post. The lob just out of his reach. A rarity so far this season.
Points. He's more of a scoring guard than a pass-first guard.
Takes that one right from Newton.
Altering that shot.
I think it's important to keep an eye on Samson Johnson again. He is that guy that Donovan Klingen was last year in terms of
tonight, because you gotta. But it does give us a better look at ourselves as opposed to kind of, beating the hell out of each other.
Coach, how do you feel in this day and age? You know, you were ahead of your for Northern Arizona. It just is. Even if they lose, they're gaining something from this.
An offensive foul on Tristen Newton.
Ross curling down the lane. Klingen. Champions are feeling it. 60 to 44. 16-3 run. They've got the legs here in the second half. This is possible. Dingle, they need it, and they get it.
Big shot. You want to keep this lead under double digits. Kuzman is playing that drop coverage to not be able to take that away.
Olivari, oh, what a beautiful runner.
Free throw line to get some easier opportunities. So we talked about it. All 4 of UConn's field goals in the paint, and a much welcome sign.
This crowd is electric. 12,410. Carter round one home. I thought I had met a man named Ice Pick who was getting ready to rob me on the subway in New York City. Tough guy.
Tough. Hey, I can relate to
go-to post score. Right, the pounder inside. Sunoco did give them like a couple of, they needed some points to go right to him down low. Coleman, high arcer, bangs off the back of the rim.
Tonight, folks, Connecticut, Villanova. 7 to shoot. Bamba, pull up 3. Bamba, Hezzy, got it up. And stops the bleeding.
And that time Klingen had to dart back out that left lane.
It's the first rejection of the day for Klingen. Jones, they needed both he and Joplin to shoot it well, and I was a little taken aback. He didn't call me for his show this week, but he said, "Hey man, I'm in Florida." That's it.
He gets sped up, sees what is needed from him in that particular night, and goes about and does it.
Another turnover.
Trying to get a three. UConn no threes, give him a deuce.
They're gonna count that. It's a goaltend. So
games early in the year, he is money today. Dingle fouled by.
And Samson Johnson back in the game. Guarding Soriano.
And Ledlam back in the game. Jenkins, that runner, short-armed it.
Getting back in transition and guard the three-point line. Very, very difficult when you have weapons like that on the offensive end.
Keeper. The great offensive minds. And defensively, they've gotten so much better the last few years. This kid in the middle is tough. Comes up empty, Alexander.
Bello now. There's 10 on the shot clock. How about Connecticut's defense? Shireman. Short. It's not everything that people make him out to be. He said he heard all that. And man, did he turn it on a bunch. Ashworth cannot hit.
I like the way he played tonight, though.
Always in control, it feels.
Huskies looking for their 5th straight win. All 4 have been without Donovan Clingan. As this,
I imagine you probably have pretty feet too. You just seem like one of those guys. Not a lot of world wear on him.
Newton, lost the handle. Good deep.
Cam Spencer cheering on his UConn teammates from the bench. Oliveri driving, and he'll go to the line. And that will take us to another.
Three and White at 7-1 discouraged that shot.
Landon Moore checking it at the timeout. And Davis all net. That's a chance to get this tied or be down by 1 before the under 4 timeout. Davis, tight ropes, sideline, no.
A lot of contact there.
With you from Stores. UConn in control after a 10-day layoff following their win over St. John's. Young off on the 3.
After he won it, happy, and he said that he's going to lay off the officials a little bit, which nobody believed.
Not going to happen.
Stephon Castle makes it a 61-57 game. That's his first field goal. Taylor on the pogo stick. Squirts out, Jenkins, extra.
Connecticut obviously is capable, but they're so good in the half court, they don't mind playing half court.
Richmond to Davis, turnaround jumper, it's good, nice touch.
When he gets healthy, he's going to get better and better. He is a really good center.
And Spencer is healthier than he was a couple of weeks ago as Nemhard knocks down another.
Around the elbow. And when Donovan Clingan rolls, who's there to pick him up because it's run more toward the middle of the floor?
Now a takeaway. Clingan, a great look ahead.
Time to look at it. It all starts with the back cut because now there's multiple help side defenders scrambling. Ooh, took it all the way. Bold move. Shad Williams.
Back in for the Huskies. Adams kept the toe down.
Kansas getting some ball reversals, move that defense.
Jackson over Clingan.
Weaver, he's quick. He drives, he got bumped, and he's going to get a chance for a three-point play. Terrific body control by Kent. Hunter pulls up. He got it. Down to 7. Tyrese Hunter has got fire here. He's up to 11.
The offense come from without Renew.
You would think you would highlight where.
Galloway lost it. Newton has it.
2 on the shot clock now. Down to 1. A heave from Brown. It's a shot clock violation.
Donnie Wood.
What was it like recruiting Donnie Marshall?
Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, he had more questions. And normally I have a lot of answers.
Yeah.
But with Donnie, with
youth out there, because you hope, fingers crossed, that they're a part of your future.
Clingan again. A tank.
Shows it. Gets inside and banks it down.
Not spray out for threes. That's old school right there.
Really?
Yeah, that's old school right there. I love it, though.
Oh, a nice little teardrop from Oliveri. So far today, he may be searching for one now, and he lost his dribble. And then lost it out of bounds. Right, Spencer with a big three. Let's see if they can answer here as we go to break. McKnight end to end with a fadeaway. Oh, the iron cut.
There is so much energy expenditure by this UConn team on the defensive end as well. It's an offensive foul.
How about Bravo with the board? Wildcats can take the lead right here. This could be a huge win for Villanova. Quad one, Bravo rejected.
Falling backwards, the concentration in place, able to knock another one in.
He shoots 44% from the three-point line. Armstrong the other way, and he gets into the act. Largest lead of the game for UConn. Armstrong forces his way to the cup. No. Johnson with a big zone rebound off his miss. Pull-up jumper. Short. And the rebound.
The unique shot in regards, it kind of starts on the left side of his face, but his follow-through is consistent and true, which is what all good shooters need.
And they've given up the most uncontested dunks and layups that I've seen this season so far. Love how Sampson is able to come off the bench and provide that rim lob option for you.
Over, they take advantage. You miss an assignment offensively, you have penetrators and playmakers. And speaking of which, Danis Jenkins that time able to get down the lane.
Qualities in high school were great. This level's a little different.
Floyd going crossover against Newton. Tough shot. Pulled down by Spencer. How Jim Calhoun got him, who knows, right?
Oh, gosh.
Pierre with a stop and pop from three off the front iron. Now,
Don't expect anything other than just hard work from his team, and that's what helps you dig these type of games.
Oh, what a move by Pierre.
That's a great,
yeah.
Off in a hurry, come up and look for a quick one. Villanova has to hurry there. They're going to let Armstrong score. Works. 4.6 to go. Final time.
Wonderful job. Again, and Hurley told us before the game, Coach Hurley, we played against zone, man-to-man, full-court press, half-court press. They've seen it all, but they put Castle in the right spot. And I have to be ready to help my teammate if he runs a guy off that three-pointer.
Here's Epps. Wild look. Hook shot.
And patience and a little crab dribble, able to knock down that little 12-footer.
DJ Davis, he's the hot hand for Butler. Get out of there. The 2 stars of that first half, Davis and Brooks combining with Davis on a wild miss.
With 8 on the shot clock, here's Carter. Henley with 3. Jaden Henley, Johnson denied him.
Richmond, Newton turned his head. Richmond to the basket. Richmond fires it off the glass. No good. Newton with the rebound.
I mean, it was. And then a week ago here in Seattle against the University of Washington, the only loss for UConn on the road at Allen Fieldhouse by 4 as Nembhard lays it in.
Credit. This is one competitive group. It's a competitive program.
And a competitive guy in Nembhard can't get the bounce off the win.
Brave going inside and a foul on Caravan.
Well, Caravan had his arm straight, selfish, and catch a teammate, but he saw the opportunity.
Let's change of pay. Woo! Ooh! 67-47. UConn. Good day at the foul line. That's a heck of a play. Gutsy play by Trajan Ware.
And just like that, the lead's
40. They're not getting good shots. And
Davis. And Solomon Ball down with the rebound.
He's got 16 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals in this game.
With a dislocated finger on his right hand and some tape keeping 2.
Over 15 a game. This team on the glass is absolutely so tough, it's unbelievable.
Nice crossover, rejected on the drive by Tristen Newton.
That somebody is trying to hunt down a shot or quote-unquote hog the basketball, hang on to it.
Johnson alters that drive.
Not afraid, though. Here's the athleticism that Danny Hurley was calling for.
And Bendon gives it away.
And here come the races again.
Newton distort. Winston with the rainer.
And one of the things I'm sure Danny Hurley's
not going to help your cardio too much that way. No. Newton bodying. Spin move. Around and out. Caravan keeps it alive, and it's UConn basketball.
A way to say no nicely, because a lot of people are going to be coming at you asking you for so many things.
Washington, that shot was altered. It'll stay with the Del.
Good zone offense. They get the ball to the high post to Stephon Castle, the dynamic freshman, who's a fabulous passer.
Benigni takes it all the way in, can't finish.
I think when guards drop down, he just makes decisive moves, and again, using that left hand.
Jackson Benigni with 12 first-half points. Odell's follow is no.
I did the work. I'm going to power this back up over an undersized player.
This is Liam Lloyd with the pull-up, the son of Tommy, the head coach at Arizona.
Jalen Cone to the portal, headed to Cal. He averaged 18 points a game, so there's a big hole for NAU. And
when Coach Pitino utilizes it this evening.
Jenkins curling, pulls up, 15-footer short. Klingon tips it to himself. To him about it. Lewis spinning, turn around Jim. Handball, rebounded by Klingon. Talk to Stephon. Early lead. Carter rolls down the lane, running right-hander. High off the glass and in over Klingon. The 7-footer.
That's law parlance. Just got it. No back-to-back there for Daewoo. Made the decision to attend UConn after a strong showing at Rutgers and turned out to be the right call. Euro, bucket doesn't go, but free throws for Isaiah Coleman.
It's one of the big reasons why some people think this UConn team might be better than the national title team.
Did you see that little hand hedge, too? He normally makes that shot.
Kalkbrenner with the off. 14 to shoot. Shireman needs some help.
Gonna get a corner jumper out of it.
Green will try again.
Nice
but Ashworth with
Alexander on Spencer, body to body. Here's Davis, and he got hit. Yeah, he did. Newton flying by.
Yeah, not a good one. Didn't have to.
Already.
Nothing easy. That ankle looks pretty good.
Davis, little double clutch, and he got it.
Look at the check, maybe, just to be. They're amazing. How prepared. I am envious. Again, that open shot. Ooh, a little neck ball.
Then they got three core guys in Claude, Oliveri, and McKnight, but those three can't carry the full load. And so far, they've got.
They got to get into it earlier here. Little horn set the first time. Nice steal.
Give it up. Spencer Johnson can throw it down. As well here. Everything's gone their way.
Right up your alley, huh?
Shireman. Back-to-back triples after they. Well, it was called an offensive, but Newton steal right back.
And look at the numbers here. Watch the lob.
Epps here, try to get him going.
I think you have to, and then make UConn make a decision, man.
Styles, tough look. Nice shot from the baseline.
Fractured at times, but they make their opponent look that way, as we saw there, but Hairband Newton paying it off.
Styles in and out.
Pete, I think they're doing that, but now the next step is discipline, making those bunnies, extra passes, no shoves in
this first half. Olivari for three, still have yet to make a three-point.
I'd like to see them play a little faster with this lineup in.
You sitting there then, the rest of the way?
Have to.
Davis, fade away.
Get back down to the post.
He got it out wide. Davis. Oh, you're beginning to wonder would Butler ever miss again. So forget 8-minute mark for Caravan. That changes the calculus.
Unless they get in foul trouble.
Well, you didn't give us that. Come on, Fonz.
It's a tough shot. The timeout. Bane of the coach's existence when you turn it over.
Here's Davis, who's been held scoreless, and he missed the bunny.
Yeah, couldn't quite get his foot.
Yeah.
At the Patrick School.
So he's been around greatness in terms of big men, you know, the last 4, 5, 6 years of his basketball career.
Inside, Lewis. Call for an offensive foul. Ledler. Edge of 4. Jenkins. A lead. Baseline jump shot good for Jenkins.
Yeah, beautiful read. And on the opposite end, after this curl and this bucket, Cam Spencer picked up his 3rd foul. The 3 no good. Caravan with some pain right now. With just 1:36 to go. They're going to sit him down for the rest of the night.
But what is Danny, 6'1"? How's he gonna high five a guy 7'2"? Everything he does is a low 5 with Donovan Klingon.
He's blocked the 2nd most shots. That's another big interior presence for the Huskies defensively.
Williams with a quick trigger, and he got it for 3.
He could fill it.
9 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists in this game. Davis, floater, no. And down to Caravan. And whether it's the toe or foot injury or something else, he is not having a night right now. He's 0 for 6.
Or KJ Adams running right at him. That might have been part of it, too.
Marco Jackson.
A big center out there who can set the right screen. The results will be pretty good.
Deep 3 for Winston is off.
Good job digging in, scrapping, clawing. I mean, they have active hands in each and every possession.
Launch from Galloway, no good. There's the box out. Johnson.
Now for Klingon. Laughlin trying to probe. Newton again defending.
Tonight's game versus PC.
6 minutes to play. First half. Our score is 12-12. And Marquette turns it over again. Their 6th turnover. Newton. 46-41. Up top, Caravan. Rebounded. Lewis. Almost stripped. Spins. And he is stripped by Newton.
Numbers. Spent so far today. He may be searching for one now, and he lost his dribble. And then lost it out of bounds. There is
so good timing. There's a little strategy there, you know. Right now, Dan Calandrillo's watching this game, going, man. Danny really player of the year, his senior year in the Big East. The steal by Newton.
That big screen up top, I know, by Klingon, but you just can't give up on it.
Second chance points, 18-4. And another turnover by Jones.
Gets sped up, sees what is needed from him in that particular night, and goes about and does it.
Another turnover. 2 more points.
All right, it's got it going offensively for your team in this last possession. On the offensive side, you definitely need them.
Here comes Diarra.
Down the lane, Newton missed.
They're losing their zip a little bit. Butler making them stretch out the tonight's denial here.
To create some energy.
A nice dunk inside.
Great passing there. Dunlap down to Dingle on the low block, but those quick hands of UConn. Disruptive. Tristen.
Slow the game down. Now you become a completely different player. And we're a game and a half in, and we're seeing a different Devon Castle.
He has 14 now. Jenkins, great deep.
They got to get into it earlier here. Little horn set the first time. Nice steal. Give it up.
Spencer, Johnson can throw it down.
Pretty.
Well, it was called an offensive, but Newton
nice steal.
right back.
And look at the numbers here. Watch the lob.
Newton, good defense by.
I imagine you probably have pretty feet too. You just seem like one of those guys. Not a lot of world wear on them.
Newton, lost the handle. Good defense. The Nets on the recovery.
Down the lane.
And it's saved by the Huskies off the steal.
Again, those 50 feet
For the Huskies and Xavier.
Welcome those of you that were just watching St. John's at the Garden. Alex Caravan.
3 or 4 settle. It's a settle. He's got to drive it.
And Thomas is tied up, and the arrow is with UConn. Diarra face guarding him. Davis cross-court skip and intercepted Newton, and Moore has the foul right away.
On the dribble penetrates.
Ryan O'Connell made the signal to the twirling signal to say they're going to look at it.
Around the elbow, and when Donovan Clingan rolls, who's there to pick him up because it's run more toward the middle of the floor?
Now a takeaway. Clingan, a great look ahead to Diarra.
Pass right to the bucket. And knocked away. Milton got too deep. Clingan influence. Here's Newton. They got numbers.
Shot. Yeah, he just walled up and made Baycott make the shot over him.
Newton, no. Baycott another rebound, but he turned it over. Newton the steal. Caravan misses the three. It up, but a shot clock violation, I think. Which happened first? The officials are going to talk about it. What happened first? The end of the shot clock?
Gibson Johnson made a great pass there. Nice cut by Newton.
Oh, bad giveaway on entry. Newton to the rack. And one!
Here's the athleticism that Danny Hurley was calling for.
And Bendon gives it away.
And here come the races again.
Newton to Stewart. Jalen Stewart. Same.
Watch out. There you go.
Oh, Rumpel goes down, and that is not pretty.
And he's holding that right knee.
A non-contact too.
I mean, you're talking about a guy in Dylan Dessou who was the most outstanding player in 2023 Big 12 championship. That's a huge loss.
Newton with a pick.
East Carolina transfer who's been outstanding out of El Paso, Texas. Looking to have him become a little bit more of a leader. That's another bad pass. Renew threw it right to Newton. The offense come from without Renew.
You would think you would highlight where.
Galloway lost it. Newton has it. Too many turnovers for Indiana, especially
for him. And you know, these first couple of games, he's not really getting the full effect of what defenses are going to throw at him.
Newton got his hands in to keep Sanders from getting to that.
Zagorowski, just 2 points in that first half. Their leading scorer so far this season. Preseason All-NEC. Newton picks up the errant pass. Bell's follow is no good. Here's the freshman Louis Simona, surrounded by 3 Huskies. And it's finally taken away by Newton. Here's Castle, right to the basket. The strength.
About him. When he gets ahead of steam, it's just too hard to guard because of his versatility and strength.
Pressure, forcing the jump ball. As Shane Spencer's ability to set up teammates, not just a shooter, enables him to play effectively with those 2 guards. Look at that save by Newton. Times in the last 3 minutes. Stone drives on Caravan. There's another turnover. Picked up by Newton.
Right, he just sniffed it out. He knew that they were going to try to go drive and drift.
Fans are feeling it. 60-44. 16-3 run. They've got the legs here in the second half. Tipped up and in. Stevie Mitchell.
On the tap out. Spencer going for it. Joplin comes away with it. Numbers. Great defensive play by Newton.
He just a unique shot in regards. It kind of starts on the left side of his face, but his follow through is consistent and true, which is what all good shooters need.
Now, 6 seconds for Davis. Clingan follows him.
Nice play.
Davis got by him on a backside block. Oh my goodness, what an effort by
learn about controlling his temper in his early days. Turnover, 3-on-1. It's a lean. That was tremendous defensive recovery. Got crossed up with Castle that time. He did not anticipate that drive. Haynes has his pocket pick. What a job by Newton. Run down, though, by Kips.
8-0 start for the Huskies. Armstrong on the take, rejected underneath. It's all UConn to begin.
Always in control, it feels.
Huskies looking for their 5th straight win. All 4 have been without Donovan Clingan. As this gets popped back out, Huskies have numbers.
Pretty good free throw shooting team as well. UConn at 74%. Oliveri had it blocked by Newton. Got it back. Oliveri, number 2.
Line 3 from the corner, no good, in and out. Johnson can't corral the rebound. Dawes to the basket. Dawes has it blocked away. Castle, the freshman, knocked it away. They're
over 15 a game. This team on the glass is absolutely so tough. It's unbelievable.
Nice crossover, rejected on the drive by Tristen Newton.
Up short, and it's Texas basketball. Kendall Weaver on Samson Johnson, giving up a foot. Hesitation blocked from behind by Newton.
What discipline.
Jenkins again, the teardrop high and in. Wow, Danis Jenkins, what a meteoric.
But they can't hit. A couple missed opportunities in this first half for UConn, up close and personal, not able to finish.
And suddenly now, Xavier
pretty much in a good position for the tournament. St. John's, you got to win it out in order to erase all doubt. And erase all doubt that McKnight going to his...
help keep that one alive. For this recycle opportunity for Green. Step back 3.
Pierre. 12 to shoot. Quick burst. Gets to the hole. That one blocked by Clingan. Almost recovered by Clingan. Pierre. Drives. Turns. And hit. Jaden Pierre.
Now the fans are still standing, awaiting the first field goal make for Marquette. It's Joplin that faded on him.
Joplin, a major issue for coaches. 16-14, Seton Hall, empty trip there for UConn. This is his game, power. Adewusu couldn't bank it in. We're tied at 18. Adewusu is going to line it up. That's what they've been wanting. Adewusu give it up for Richmond. Off the bounce, loves to get in the lane. Richmond, cross, Euro, left hand, no. It's engaged. Richmond, hard drive, blocked again. Number 5 for Clingan. White suit, so it made everything better. Thank God you don't perspire. 58-36, out of the timeout. Oh, wow. Snapping a 3 as a day. Keep them down, no question about it. Thor's back in there, maybe light a fire with him. This is where he is good. Pull up, Richmond sticks it, owns that lane.
Bodies on bodies.
Hausen is checked in for Villanova. Where's number 1? Bamba finger roll. Got it. Turn in the corner hard. 5:42 to play. 61-43. That one will rattle home for Hakeem Hart.
A 6-point Creighton lead. Alexander slithers through the defense. That mid-range jumper is usually true. He's got 39 points on the board. We've not hit the 3-minute mark.
And of course, the other end, they have been very effective as well. That's his game. He can
needs some help.
Kessel's a good defender.
Alexander to the free throw line. That's a contested 2. A little bit strong, long rebound. Kalkbrenner to Creighton at 59.5% from the floor.
Just held off. Got him on the...
And every game seemingly flirts with one. Ashworth, he'll try a 3. Can't get the roll, and that...
The lead back to 20. Jones, count it, and a foul. Tough shot, too.
That's more momentum that you grab here. Shot clock down. Jalen Terry rises. Missed the jumper. Tips it back out. Terry with the rebound. This is Fisher. Trailer. Terry hunting a 3. Has it, hits it, his first.
Amongst the crowd and finish.
Clingan trailing.
Coming off his first double-double of the season, 18 points, 14 boards in the win against Butler. As Epps slides it in off the window, and he's stealing your lunch money.
Right. Looks like the guy that you don't know if you really want to pick him up at the health club or not. And then when you're playing against him, he's killing you. It takes pride in his defensive assignments.
Epps carried it. Wanted to zip it in to Supreme Cook, but the window closed.
A stagger bump here. Empty side for Posh. Nice help late. Clingan.
Yeah, that's a big
opportunity. Opening tap is controlled to the Johnnies. Dennis Jenkins will run the show. What a leader he's become. Oh, and the iron kind by Soriano. Dingle a pull-up. Other than the 4 fouls he's picked up, he's played well. They need him and his athleticism and his experience on the floor. Jenkins, he's to play. It's all on Providence right here. Can cut it to 3 or 2. Carter, all the way to the rack. Oduro rejected by...
8-0 start for the Huskies. Armstrong on the tank, rejected underneath. It'll make it really interesting for Nova. On a guy who was a non-factor because of the 2 fouls is Mark Armstrong. And here he is right off the hop, going to work and laying it in. Well, he's well rested. Oh boy, way short. Yeah, that's a tough one. He didn't get the legs underneath him on even in the hoop. They didn't find him. Again, he'll go there. This time it's a jumper for Armstrong off the mark. Doesn't have the rhythm he had the last time out. 22 straight possessions without a turnover for Villanova. Bamba going to work, and he's blocked by Johnson, skying in.
Pretty good D when you're throwing it out the half court on the out of bounds.
Alexander went behind his back.
When you're guarding number 11 and number 12 in white.
Rolls it off the rim. That could have been close to basket.
Another missed opportunity on the offensive end for Xavier. You cannot turn it over or take bad shots against this team.
McKnight around the seal, couldn't make the shot.
Slows it down for the Bulldogs in a game that's gone up and down the last 4 or 5 minutes. Moore going the other side of the floor. Blocked by Johnson. 5. Johnson and Caravan with 2 fouls for UConn. Davis short and recovered by Castle.
Hits the ball extremely well. Second in the nation in offensive rebounding.
For St. John's, they beat Xavier 81-66. Akron second arena.
Now see, this one is.
Where's the mustard?
Hey, no, bro. You spilled mustard too. I gotta keep the mustard away from you, my man.
Jenkins. 38-37. Close one here. Jenkins to the hook. Takes the bump. And will go to the line. Ball missing both free throws. 46-43. Jenkins pull up 3. Loose ball.
Comes to a team with national championship aspirations, and he's not scared. He comes in, he earns a starting spot, and he's the second leading scorer on the team.
Richmond from 17. Newton with another. Dawes fakes the pass, sweeps it, and lays it in.
I tell you, they're getting to the rim a lot against you.
Sanders to Richmond. Dawes. Pull up, 18-footer. It's good.
I know you love talking about Alex Caravan.
Well, Alex Caravan is one of the most underrated players in the country. He can shoot it. He's one of the best cutters you're going to see. He plays a huge role. He was stuck on his back, couldn't push him out. And Clingan can just turn around and shoot over him. He's 7'2" and long.
Nemhard, his 3rd field goal. He's got all 6 still on this team.
Terrific job by Nolan Hickman to get that deflection. Ben Gregg wound up coming up with the ball. But those deflections are big plays.
Nemhard, no. Tip, no.
Pass right to the bucket. And knocked away.
Milton got too deep, clinging in. Layups, and he converts. They ran Newton off the ball.
Arizona, the role's a little bit more defined, and part of that is Cadeau coming in as the point guard. Soft off the glass, and it goes. When we were in Honolulu, and he's looking forward to it. Thinks he's going to have a lot of fun doing it.
Were you guys both working on your tans by the pool?
It shows, does it? This is the largest lead of the game for UConn. Couple of misses near the rim.
For this UConn team. And right now, where does Carolina go for a score? Tristen Newton has really done a good job on R.J. Davis, but Davis so slippery. And I think for UConn, it'd be really helpful to try to eliminate some of this help.
Harris around the Dickinson screen, left hand, and clinging the rebound.
It's 2 years.
4 for 5 from 3 in this one. Harris turns the corner, scooped up, no good. He's tried 3 or 4 of those, and that's a shot.
Same.
Watch out. There you go.
Oh, Rumpel goes down, and that is not pretty.
He's holding that right knee.
To rush to get the shot up, but kicking it to Caravan for the easy 3.
Hunter banged by Newton, throws it up from behind the backboard, can't get it to go. Offensive.
Cunningham back in the game. Hunter's been outstanding here lately. Drives to his right, hangs, can't get the layup to go. Spencer had it.
It's a possession.
Again, Xavier Johnson out with 2 fouls early, so Cubs in. He pulls up. That's way short. It's an air ball.
He's got 16.
Hey, I've been talking about it since the beginning of the game. Cam Spencer just in continuous motion off the ball.
Cam Spencer, okay, he's going to go off, but you have other guys, which is such a luxury for Hurley.
Beautiful spin move by Danny Washington. 10 on the timer. Sanders with the pull-up. And that one, not the best of ideas.
Kling Kong.
Yeah.
That's big. Kling Kong? Come on, man.
That's high level. NIL. Shot doesn't fall from a block.
Pick and roll was there. Another missed opportunity inside for UConn.
Deep jumper. Joplin rims off. As long as he finishes in the hole. You're a good putter, too. Joplin rolls down the lane. And Gold hits the jump. 43 seconds to play in this game. Jones. Jenkins, hot start. Did he keep it going? Lewis, baseline.
And he can be a difference, R.J. Lewis.
Soriano on the bench with 2 fouls. He won't return. Backdoor Jenkins. Dunlap, catch and shoot. Out of Harvard Westlake in L.A. Nice shot. Ticket Gaines. Oduro. Carter. Handoff. Pierre. In and out. 7 shooting from the field. Oduro, quick burst. Deep in the corner. And that one goes down for this Providence squad. I'm spanking taking place right now. Carter, double team. Ticket, Gaines, and a drain. A long jump shot. Reggie Miller had a chance to take another wide open 3. He pump fake, passed it. His teammate knocked down the shot. Larry Bryce.
Nice compliment.
They do have 2 of everything.
Yeah.
High-level basketball. Iguodaro the find. That won't go for Norman.
That's no inference.
Come on. Jones, tough shot. He doesn't care.
This proving he's got more confidence in that stroke.
Iguodaro on the skip. Gold has to fire. Iguodaro on a bounce.
Moore drives this time. Catch and shoot. Burton can't convert. Inside, drop step. Hart. The kick. Villanova just not shooting it well.
Here's Ashworth around the Kalkbrenner screen. 9 to shoot for Farabello.
Jason Green. His second from range. Farabello under 10 to shoot. Blocked off inside. Here's Ashworth with 5 to shoot. Has to hoist. Was online, just a little strong.
Paul Iguodaro may have gotten away with a bit of a push. Kolek gonna blow by in traffic. Sends it out to the three-point line. Look at that.
Work is done when you've stopped one player. It's just not a thing against UConn.
Kolek answers. That ends a 9-0 remaining in the opening half. That one's off the heel for Zayd.
Caravan, nice pump fake with patience to go up and score.
He has 5 points for the Huskies. Great reload.
Set and keying on me defensively.
The last 155 and counting. Soriano triple team. Somebody's got to be free, and it's Dingle. Aline, I beg your pardon, would have a chance for a 4-point play after the offensive rebound. Maybe 5 if Oduro takes the 3. Pierre will. And that
early over there. Moore, 3 on the timer. Gotta put it up. Bamba, 3 with the shot clock expiring way off. Good work by the guards just then too. Moore, deep 3, no. Dixon, the offensive rebound. Knocked out of his hands. He'll regather and they'll reset. Burden for the corner. Got it. I guess you just had to call his name.
Alexander. Clinging with the rebound.
He's ahead of schedule. He really likes him, so he's going to be a heck of a player.
Oh, he'll line up a 3. And he'll skip it off the rim.
He's got a 3-point line in the latter 10 minutes of that first half. Desmond Claude trying to create some space, was quiet in the first half. Namiksha for 3. Wow, what a shot.
No worries, he's not. Talking to Danny earlier, he said he might be motivated to drop 50 after his shutout last game. Brooks and 3.
Block, loose, gets it, pumps, dips, kicks. Extra pass, Jenkins, short. But Gus, 3 already this half. To take a 36-34 lead. Inside, Ledlam, outside, Jenkins. And rattled it in.
Really improved. And I think Stephon Castle is going to make a big difference throughout the course of the year as he gets more comfortable out there.
Big, strong wing defender. Hickman had a good look at his
Martin outside. Williams way outside, nothing doing there, and a loose ball. Under 4 to play. Stokes 3 for 3 so far. A bullet cross. Wow, what a deep jacket! He hit it. Oh, baby!
I thought this.
The lead back up to 9. Davis, and it's down to 6.
Just a defensive breakdown for Tristen Newton.
Teams play each other more than they have. This is just the 4th all-time meeting between these two programs. McCullough in the corner.
Combination for you. A defensive nightmare. Naeem Miller on the kick to Robinson. He takes the 3 and makes it.
Hey, one thing about New Hampshire.
Woodyard in the lane. Doubled and troubled. Leave on the wing. Sunderland off target. Weak side and Stewart.
And Sunderland is the one here. Hoping they don't get a shot off.
Entry Robinson, corner, hoist near the horn, air ball, tracked down by Klingon.
Arguably one of their best players.
And Danny Hurley told his plan was for him to see the surgeon in the coming days, and that is a possibility. 3 ball hits heel, long rebound.
Coming in is, throwing in the towel or anything.
Now it's another outstanding player. Baker, another 3. That's his first.
Open seam to the basket perfectly. It helps to have Klingon there in there too, who's running towards the basket.
Winston buries the triple.
To have a night where Max Asmus goes 6 of 19 from the field.
He hit the big shot he needed to. The 3-pointer, that's no good. Rebound by Spencer.
Curl is yelling, one stop, get a stop.
Under a minute to go. Mitchell in the paint. He got hit in the mouth. Three-pointer, no good.
It's a good-looking shot from Solomon Ball. It was halfway down, and it spun out. Lead 13, 7:40 to go. Another three. Galloway finds the bottom and pulls.
It's a 1-3-1. They're trying to keep the ball on one side. They don't want Stonehill to reverse the ball.
A team three, Benigni gets it to go.
Know what to do and how to prepare for the long ups and downs of the season.
And he adds to that a five-man freshman class highlighted by,
And two big guys, John, at that, which is what you need trying to match some size of UConn.
Trent McLaughlin in and out. To be a part of the UConn legacy. When you're a recruit off a national championship season, he said that makes you really focus in on college.
You know, we're deep, and I keep saying that at practice. Danny says, I think we have too many guys. Never can have too many guys, as long as they're good guys.
That's right.
Stevie Mitchell. Three to shoot. Joplin, one to shoot. Gets it up. Squirts around, picked up. St. John's new shot clock to the hole. Dingle left hand, count it.
Djokovic with a runner. Nice work on the offensive glass by the big fella.
Yeah, good activity this time by Xavier. A little bit more active and quick to the punch and beautiful skew to his side. Yeah. That opens up some other opportunities on the weak side for his teammates. And here he is on the baseline. Beautiful shot, good defense, not able to knock it in.
Socrates, Titus, the book, inside. And Ticket gains, fouled. No, he now has a double-double. Double figures in rebounding. Oduro, nice drive.
Iguodaro, check your playbill, playing the role of Tyler Kolek today.
A closeout and a sellout too, but good help. Weak side. I got to think Esper set the tone for this team.
Shireman with two to shoot.
Inside. Can't get it to go, but got his own rebound.
Yeah, both Ball and Stewart, tremendous freshmen, part of the top 5 recruiting class this past season. They have high hopes for both of them.
Terry clears some space, shoots.
There he is on the basketball court.
Jaden Henley for DePaul. Terry probing, rising, left hand. Caravan, 16th point off of a DePaul turnover. Ramey misses.
At times he was a little bit out of shape in high school, but you saw the physical tools and the skills. Danny Hurley, I think, is going to bring out the best of him.
Oduro working against Samson Johnson. There's a quick pass out, and Carter will step back over Spencer. Beautiful work by Flook. Just a simple ball fake maneuver, and when it happened, Dual just Pierre against Caravan, and he's rejected. Spencer with a rejection, and the loose ball. Need to go small, they can go small. Wow. Yeah. Going the other way with a player control fast.
40% from 3, which is pretty darn good.
Meanwhile, right off the inbound, this will go the other way, an offensive.
And it was actually there right before the season, got to address the team. And I've always made myself available. This crew, Dan does a really good job.
Softly laying that off for Dixon. Yeah, good move by Bamba also to get out of there. Moore, jumper from 18, and the Cats are within line. It kind of works. Villanova's hit 4 3-pointers this half. Watch out. Whoa, Klingon. Goodness.
Has lost 4 of their first 5 to begin Big East play. They haven't beaten UConn since 2017. Huskies have won 6 straight head-to-head. And the drought continues from the field.
Pretty good free throw shooting team as well. UConn at 74%. Oliveri had it blocked by Newton.
When you UConn has extended it to 7.
Double team's coming.
Shot fake. Davis finally gets going second half.
Russian team, and going into the game, he wanted to shoot at least 14 threes. The Russians shot 25 that night. He said, uh-oh, I'm ready now. Ledler, interior pass, Edgepool gets it back, kicks, Dingle, he'll shoot it to the hole, short.
They run it down under 10. Adewusu for 3, no good.
And a part of 316 points this year for the Huskies, either scoring or assisting on them. That's the 5th most in Division I. Watson over Johnson, just a little bit short. Back out to Nembhard. Driving on Newton. Boy, does he seek out the contact. And this is a team that's going to make a lot of noise this season.
Yeah, it's a complete team. Nice backdoor cut. UConn's got a complete back. Even though Newton's hit a couple of those are not high-quality shots.
Adams elevates. And down with a rebound, Caravan.
You have to think the clink.
Dickinson the handoff to Jackson with 5 seconds to go. Harris, a shot fake. The runner, no, and the first half comes to a switch.
They got to Jackson Baker quickly that time.
Robinson right down the lane. And that was altered by the length of Newton. Division I of Mount St. Mary's. Robinson spinning lane. Newton gives no ground. Foul.
Oh. Counting on him to be the point guard. Josic has the hot hand. Now Winston with 5 with his speed. Teardrop. That was pretty. 4 seconds left. I'll reset it to Jaden Winston. Bender with the right hand, and Newton off that one is able to go.
Foot too. He keeps the pivot foot down very, very well to be able to get himself back into position.
Trior, and there it is again for Trior. He's
Swinging, couldn't handle it. Slow to get up. Smith kicks, ball fake, and a 2-point shot. Another one short. Rebound. Still in the paint. Loose ball knocked away. Hunter has it. Check the clock's got 2 to shoot. Throws it up. He'll pick up the foul.
How about Hunter's
with the Chicago Bulls? Triplet off the pump fake. Rattles it home.
4 weeks sitting out with the foot strain. Ready to go when it matters. Here's Liam Lloyd. Lloyd's got a J. For the sophomore. Into the hands of Lloyd, who has led the team in scoring tonight. Jaden Jackson.
He's going to be a tough guy for them. You can get that shot anytime you want. Hand in your face. 4 people on that 3-point line. Don't need it.
Newton forces the turnover.